Hello and welcome everyone back. Game Day Tarps podcast here. It's just Riley right now. It's going to be Dayton. Forgot to turn my light on here. Let me do that real quick. Utah Mammoth just selected Caleb Denoyer, fourth overall. Let's see what we got here. Let me get some. Let me show some comments here. There we go. What's everyone thinking so far of the draft? Schaefer first. It sounded like Frondell was going second. I know Colton had Frondell going second. Misa ended up going second, and then Frondell going third to Chicago, and then Denoyer jumping to fourth to the Utah Mammoth. So just want to get everyone's opinion on that. If we have anyone in the comments, I know Dayton's going to be here soon to talk about this. So let's just go over what we can here. I'm going to try and see if I can listen or see it at least. I'm watching it live here. Just don't want the audio to cover over. I know everyone's probably used to seeing Colton and Dayton live, but I'm just covering it right now while Dayton is coming back, and then we're going to get right into it. Toss your questions. I'm trying to get the questions. Let's get rid of that. There we go. If any questions do come through, there we go. I can pop them up there. Yeah, Denoyer in the New Jersey. Just had Dakota from our podcast say those look clean, which they do, absolutely. Any surprises so far? Come on, give me some comments here. I didn't know. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Misa, if it was going to be Frondell. It was really a toss-up, I think. Just what each team was looking for. And I guess each team's happy. I don't think you could have went wrong. One's more offensive, one's more utility-based as a player. And I think that both teams got a heck of a player. If you guys did not see our mock draft that we just did, it was super fun. We did a randomizer mock draft that we released today. So we had, because what we did was me, Dayton, and Colton did a randomizer. We each kind of picked one of us got 8 teams, one got 7, the other got 7 of the 22 teams that were drafting. And we just randomly picked. So we had Schaefer 1, Frondell 2, and Martone 3, and Misa 4. So we are beyond wrong so far. We are 1 for 4, and we set our over under for this just for fun at 15.5 correct picks. How are we looking? We're 1 for 4. That is not very good, and we have some crazy slots that are coming up. I just want to know. I want to see some comments here. I don't know what you guys are thinking. We got about 50 people in here, so feel free to chime in on what you're watching in the draft. What about this with the screen, and the prospect is talking to the GM through a screen? And goofy to me. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that they even for a second think that this was a good idea. If they don't go back next year to GMs and everyone being there live, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, because this is by far the better product, or the worst product compared to that product. That product is way better. Seeing them actually drafting on the floor and the GM there, shit like this, everything's we're so excited to have you, and then the player says, "Well, I'm excited, thanks." It's way more generic than it is when they're in person and actually talking. And the GM is asked, like, what does he think about the player? And he breaks down the player, what they think they're getting for their organization. It's way better than this. So, but Denoyer goes 5th. All right. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get the comment on there. You know. All right. Anyone? What are we thinking about Denoyer? Montreal really wanted him. They went the Dobson route today, traded their 2 picks. Is it now or never? Do the New York Islanders trade their picks and assets for number 5 to get James Higgins, because apparently Nashville really likes James Higgins, and we don't know what they're going to take. And we're about to find out, but is it going to be James Higgins and the Islanders traded Dobson for 2 middle round first rounders and a depth player? I don't know if that's really the right call for them. So we'll have to find out here. But, and, do they trade a guy like, you say Saros or anything for a pick? I don't know. Not right now, obviously, but we're talking in the offseason, Oilers maybe linked to a guy like Saros. We saw crazy things like Darnell Nurse going to the Predators yesterday, and now that was killed today. So, yeah, I'm just trying to see who is going to get what here and if it actually makes sense. Does Nashville need the 5th overall pick? Because they signed Stamkos, they signed Marcia, so they signed Brady Shea. Like, this team's not really rebuilding, and a draft pick in the top 5 doesn't help their retool if that's what they're doing. So why they're hanging on to this pick doesn't make much sense to me. I get maybe you want to get a very good potential player in the future, but he comes in right at the end of your older guys' windows. Like, you probably can't trade Stamkos, you can't trade Marcia, so you can't trade Saros. Really, if he has a down year, his contract is a liability. So I don't know. I don't know where they go. They're just comparing Denoyer right now to Huberdeau, McKinnon, Duran, and Crosby with their points per game. So we'll see. Obviously, I'm a Tampa fan. As you can see, Duran, one of the biggest letdown prospects ever, as we could have had Seth Jones that year. And as you see him this year winning the Stanley Cup, which is congrats to him. But it would have been really nice if we could have had a guy like Seth Jones on the back end. I really would have liked that for Tampa Bay. Sorry, I'm also just trying to keep track of our list here so that we get it right, because I'm checking off all the ones that we have gotten wrong, because we have gotten all. Actually, we're 1 for 5 because we put Denoyer at 5. So really, we're hurting on our 15.5 over under for our mock draft. We're 1 for 5. So a little bit depressing on that end for us. And let's see who Nashville takes in just a second here as they call up their spokesperson, I guess. Oh, Shea Weber, there we go. We'll see what he says. Shoot me some comments, guys. Let's talk about this draft. I don't know. So far, it's not living up to the hype, as always. Before the draft today did, but the actual draft right now is not living up to the hype. So let's see if that changes here or not. Because lots of trades were speculated, and I think not having the GMs on the draft floor hurts too, because sometimes you think of things and just go talk to someone real quick, and you have time. You have to call them, and maybe they're on a call with someone else, and things aren't materializing. Like, if you're in person, you can make a whole lot more happen. They took Brady Martin. They did not take James Higgins. Oh my. Okay, well, there goes our pick 10 incorrect as well. My goodness gracious, we are looking bad. Crazy. We don't know. We don't know what Brady Martin is going to be. And again, now we're talking about Nashville. They kept this pick to take the 8th to 12th best player in the draft. I don't want to disrespect him at all, but there are better players for an 82-game season. I know you're talking about this guy's a playoff warrior. Maybe he's like a Sam Bennett type. Possibly, for sure. But I don't know. I don't know if Nashville making this pick makes any sense at all. Yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss from that. So, what do you guys think? We need some engagement here from the viewers to give me some more takes, because I'm just listening to myself chatter away here. But yeah, Brady Martin, geez. Brady Martin's in Nashville. I don't know how that's gonna. That to me seems like a pick where the guy's never gonna play for the team. He just doesn't fit their window, and I'm not sure why they did that. Why they held on to it when I'm sure they were getting a package of two, the 16, 17 plus potentially from the Islanders. But now, like, is Higgins going 7? Are the Islanders frantically calling the Bruins right now? I don't know. Crazy. Brady Martin. Um, looks like Shea Weber was actually in my hometown, possibly, for that pick. Kamloops, BC. Shout out. Looks like actually he's probably like 2 minutes away from my house, really, if he's where he said he was. So that's pretty sweet. He is the Sycamoose native. He could be in Kelowna, but the cloud. I mean, it's cloudy here today, just like it was there. He does live in Kelowna, so it could be Kelowna, but I don't know. Could be our hometown here in Kamloops, BC. Very cool if it is. Um, I tried out for the Sycamoose Eagles once, did not make it. Not good enough, anywhere near good enough, but did try out for that team, and he played there. So grew up in Sycamoose. That's where he's from. So pretty cool to have those ties. Yeah, Colton's asking me, is that Kamloops? I don't know. I don't know, Colton. It could be. All right, they're showing the tape of Brady Martin. One guy, like, because he kind of shot up so late on most guys' draft boards, and I'm not, let's say, the most inclined to following all the prospects for a whole season. The guy that really wasn't on my radar to watch. I hear he's a dog and he's going to produce. How much is he going to produce at the NHL level? We don't know. So we will have to see exactly how this kid turns out. Because if he turns out to be a Sam Bennett, but I always want people to remember, Sam Bennett took 10 years to become Sam Bennett at 4th overall. He ended up never even being that way for the Calgary Flames, who drafted him. So now you look at, what Calgary's draft picks have turned into for Florida, and you're just like, well, why did they take Bennett when maybe there was some higher ceiling players there? But Bennett has one of the, just like Martin, had one of the lowest floors, right? His basically a guaranteed NHL second liner, but can he produce more than 40, 50 points a year? No one knows. And if his teams don't make it to the playoffs, how effective is he? Because we saw Bennett really struggle if he didn't make the playoffs. So, Charles Barkley making the Philadelphia Flyers pick at 6. Need one here. I predict Jackson Smith. That's who I thought. We had him on GDT Live about a week and a half ago. Fantastic guy, committed to Penn State. I just thought if they were going to go defense, they were going to go Jackson Smith. So let's see what Charles Barkley says here. Seems to be taking forever to say it. Obviously, I got it muted, so I'm not sure what he's saying entirely. Come on, Charles, get to the point. I don't know what he's doing. He's talking back and forth with Gary. I can't. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyone got some takes so far on the first 5 picks? Oh, here we go. Porter Martone. They did go forward. Porter Martone. Okay. Good pick. I mean, Martone, obviously we had him 3rd. Like, we really thought that Martone, if Chicago wanted a winger for Bedard or Oliver Moore, that they were going to go with Martone. I mean, he's such a good leader. He's played for Team Canada at all these levels already. Genuinely, a guy looked like Stephen Ellis said on GDT Live a couple of weeks ago, and actually so did Craig Button just on Monday. They both have said, like, no one is NHL ready in this draft, but Porter Martone's maturity to me may make him NHL ready. So we'll have to see if that turns out or not. I'm just going to check comments are working here. I don't know if they are. So just give me a second to test that out. I personally haven't run a live by myself yet, so we're just trying to see. There it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Perfect. They are working. Good deal. Okay, back to Porter Martone. I love this guy. I had him at number one most of the year. The only reason I actually swayed off him at number one just was because nobody thought he was going number one. Obviously, he didn't. But I just think if you talk about leadership, guy that's ready for the next step, knows what his game is and sticks to it really well, going to translate really well to the NHL as a winger. I don't see any reason why this is not a fantastic pick for the Philadelphia Flyers. I did think maybe a little bit they go a little different, maybe a star center to be the centerman to Mishkov, but they can figure that out. With whatever they're going to do there. They have Couturier still, but he's probably not going to be there much longer. So whatever they decide, they'll figure out. They do have 3 first-round picks, so they have a chance to make it work in their way. That's why I thought they were going to take a defenseman, and I thought maybe they're going to take 2 forwards to finish it off. But right now they're just going with 1 forward to start and a great forward, a fantastic pick. We'll see how. I guess you really have your line 1, line 2 right wingers in Mishkov and Martone, which is not at all a bad thing to have. All right, so 7. We are wanting Jake O'Brien. That's who we kind of predict is going to go next. So we'll see if that's true or not as they show Porter Martone highlights. He's just nasty. His awareness on the ice is so good. His compete level, yeah, he's incredible. But let me know, who do you guys think is going 7? We need some chiming in here. We need to know who is going 7th overall. Actually, let me check because I think that they're not coming through on X. Maybe that's where all of our comments are coming from here. Just give me 2 seconds. Like I said, learning the live, trying to figure it out. Okay, nope, all good. Perfect. Yeah, there's Martone's Jeff. I don't know if anyone watched that highlight, him talking about his shooter tutor Jeff that he just tore up all the time and lit up with pucks on what looks like his family farm. So yeah, I mean he's humble, he's hardworking, he's talented, leadership, all of it. I know I've said that already, but I don't think that you could have missed. No matter, even if he went first overall, I don't think this kid's a miss. There could be some misses, right? Like, so let's say Misa only scores 20 goals a year, 30 assists, 50-point guy. That's tough at 2nd overall for San Jose. Frondell, if he is more Anton Lundell than he is Alexander Barkov, right? I know I'm using Panthers like everyone else is, but that's kind of his range. Is Frondell could be like Lundell or Barkov. Where is he going to land in between? We don't know. Lundell, fantastic utility player. Barkov, generational franchise talent for their team. So it just depends where that ends up. Denoyer, another one that he could really lose his offense and just be a bottom 6 defensive centerman. And We don't know if he'll turn out or not. We hope he does. Montreal was really high on him, of course, because the French roots and everything, but we'll have to see if he turns out. Brady Martin, too, could be an absolute bust. He could be a 20-point, grinded out fourth liner, third liner, and you really get no production from him except for physicality, compete. Like, yes, he could be a great forechecker. He could get to the net. He could drive the play. He could win battles. But what else is he doing if he's not producing at a decent point clip for, what did he go? Fifth, right? Yeah, fifth overall. So I don't know. There's a lot of talk here, though. Even though we want Jake O'Brien, there's tons of talk that these guys love Roger McQueen. And we'll find out if they do. Or, again, there's still, what is there? How much time is left? There's still time for the Islanders to trade for this pick because Hagens is still available. Hagens has fallen outside the top 5, fallen outside the top 6, which many predicted. The top 5, 6 are so deep. But yeah, we'll see. Pick is in, it says. Let's see if he announces a trade or if it is, in fact, a pick. I wish I could hear what was going on. Not a trade. Adam Sandler comes on the screen. Disappointing to see him in a Boston jersey. Just kidding. His Happy Gilmore in the Bruins jersey is so legendary. All right, who is it? It is James Hagens. So the New York Islanders do not get Shaggins. James Hagens and Matthew Schaefer. It looked like they were just pressing, absolutely pressing to get Schaefer and Hagens, but they do not pull it off, unfortunately, for them. Fortunately for Boston, because what a heck of a pick. If you've watched any highlights of this kid, he might be the best kid in the draft. It just might come down to that. He is so talented. He reads the ice so well. I don't know if anyone's watched that video of him where he moves all over the offensive zone with the puck, never looks down, barely even moves his head. He's just like robotic where his body is moving outside of his head. Incredible talent. To me, it was all Martone and Hagens up until like the halfway point of the year when things started to change. And then they both just kept slipping. Martone was 2, and then Martone was 3, and Hagens was 2, and Hagens was 3. And now they're both out of the top 5, but they go back to back 6 and 7. So absolutely incredible, if you ask me, because I think these two could be the best players in the draft, taking 6 and 7. I don't think you can say that about Brady Martin. I don't think you can say that about Denoye. You can, of course, say that about Frondel, Misa, and Schaefer. I just don't think you can say that about pick 4 and 5, that they are going to be the best player in this draft potentially, when still Martone and Hagens could be. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly how, we have to wait years to see how this pans out. But when it does, and if at the end of the day, like look at Jack Eichel, for instance, things were going nowhere in Buffalo. He goes to Vegas, totally different player. Absolutely the second overall pick that we thought. So you just never know the first 5 years of a guy's career how it's going to turn out. You have guys and people all over the place saying, "Oh, Bedard's not good enough." Now all of a sudden you need to say Celebrini's better, and Celebrini's only had 1 year. Bedard's had 2. You never know which one of them is going to be better. Is how good of a defender is Schaefer going to be? Is he going to be a Doughty, Hedman, Dahlin, or is he going to be like Zach Bogosian? Hayden Fleury, who's been taken in the top 5, 6, 7, or whatever he was. So it totally can change. So we'll see how all these guys turn out as they progress. But we're not doing good. Let's get back to the odds. The over under 15.5 the guy said 9.5. I said, let's have fun with this. Let's go 15.5. We are 1 for 7, but we're actually 1 for 8 because we said, we're 1 for 9 because we had Hagens at 8 and we had Martin at 10. So we're way off here. So best players available left right now would be Jake O'Brien, Roger McQueen, Eklund. Anyone else not taking? And then I guess Jackson Smith and Mertka as the defense. Aitchison maybe. So it'll be interesting. And we do have Ravensburg in 12. Dayton, if you watch our video with Pittsburgh's 2 picks, he thought that maybe they would stretch for the goaltender that they really want and make sure after they draft a skater that they want that they'll go goaltender. It is a very, very bold guess, of course, but you never know what teams are going to do when they have multiple picks, let alone back to back. Like now we have to look at the Islanders at 16 and 17. What are they going to do? Because they didn't get Hagens. So now what? Are they trying to trade with Seattle for 8? Are they going to try and trade with Buffalo for 9? Are they going to try and trade with Anaheim for 10? Or are they going to trade those 2 picks for someone who was drafted last year that maybe a team is ready to move on from for more picks this year? It's just so up in the air what the Islanders could flip and do right now. And I'm interested to see what Seattle does because, like I said, we had Hagens. So that's 2 players that we had. We had Jackson Smith at 6 and Jake O'Brien at 7. Neither have been taken yet. So that bumps everything back. We have Brady Martin at 10 and Hagens at 8. So that's where our swap off comes in there. But please, like I said, if you're on YouTube or if you're on Twitch, let's get some comments going. I don't know why it's not allowing the X comments to show up. I'm still trying to see if they are coming in or not, because I feel like that is where a good portion of you viewers is most likely on X, pretty much all. Yeah. All right. Just going to see where my guy Dayton is at. He's going to come join me once he's home. All right, Jade, here's the Hagens highlights that I'm talking about. This kid is electric. He shoots a little bit like Bedard, I would say. Like, obviously not with the same velocity and honestly anger that Bedard gets the puck off with. But Hagens has a deadly shot. People kind of forget, like, this is a pre-draft player playing in college, which does happen frequently, but a lot of them do not excel. And he was playing with Gabe Perreault and Ryan Leonard. And obviously at the World Juniors, he did the same thing. And those 3 were electric together. So I think that he has a chance to continue to play with some really good players. And like put him with Pasternak, or they don't even actually have a very good center right now on their team. So if they, I don't want them to bring him right up, but if they did and they threw him right with Pasternak out of the gates, he could get 60 points his first year. Pasternak scores 40, 50 goals, 100 points-ish. You're looking at Hagens getting like 60, 70 points as a rookie, potentially winning Rookie of the Year. Like, to me, Boston may be the best starting point out of the top 10 teams for a prospect to come into, because they're in more of a retool than a rebuild. In free agency, they're going to go very, very aggressive into building their team, and we'll just have to see what they take. All right, here comes Seattle. We're definitely not right on this pick. We had James Hagens here. I wish I knew faces more, because they show the faces before they say the name. Jake O'Brien. We flipped those 2. That's like a half point each. That's got to be like a half point each. I know Colton, if you go on our Patreon, we're starting to put videos on Patreon on our subscription there. If you go there and watch, we have Colton's final mock draft, because of course he's been talking to guys like Stephen Ellis and lots, and even Jeff Merrick and lots of other guys who are in the scouting industry. Obviously our interviews with Craig Button and just again, tons of guys in the scouting industry. So His list is pretty good. I thought, he thought maybe O'Brien would fall. Just some of the other guys rising, his name kind of went quiet, but he does not fall. He goes eighth overall to the Seattle Kraken, which is impressive. He's a good player. I don't think that there's any doubt about that. And now, like right now, we just passed kind of the threshold. Obviously, teams are worried about Roger McQueen's injury. The fact that he hasn't been taken yet tells me that they're worried about it. But we had our 5 or 6, right? Schaefer was a lock. Misa Frondel were going in the top 3, 4. Denoye was going top 5. Martin went higher than he was supposed to. But then Martone Hagens, it was Schaefer, Misa Frondel, Denoye, and Martone Hagens. Those were like the 6 that were kind of in my top 6 players and most people's top 6 players in some order or fashion. And then now you have it down. Here we are at pick 8, and we're kind of past that. We're into it's like that was the A plus A tier. Now we're in like the A minus tier of these prospects, which are still fantastic, but they just have a little bit more growth needed to their game to make it. Um, yeah, come on. We got 65 people in here. I'm just looking to see who has a take, any take. Who's going 9? What do you think of picks 1 to 8? Any massive surprises? I think that Brady Martin is the biggest surprise so far at 5th overall. No doubt about that to me, especially because it was all Nashville loves Hagen so much. And then here we go and we get Brady Martin going there. So um, Hagen's to the Bruins. Interesting. He's not really their type of player, which is fun. The Bruins have always drafted these kind of either defensive or they're physical to match their style. I think that they're trying to change the Bruins' identity a little bit to follow David Pastrnak more than they are the Brad Marchand mold that won them a championship, but maybe isn't working all this. It obviously works for the Florida Panthers, but it doesn't work for many other teams when you're just a bruising team and not so much all the way around. So, but this kid's good. He's on the bigger side, from what I hear. Plays a strong game. Seems to have, for the most part, it all figured out. He looks a little lanky. I'm watching some of these clips. Looks like a little bit of a deer out there sometimes when he's skating. Made one kind of backhand pass that wasn't necessarily the cleanest look, but those aren't hard things. And I think he's a center, so right-handed big center. Um, you you don't find those often, and I think that's something that most teams covet, especially. And I think Roger McQueen too, right? Isn't he a righty? If I'm not mistaken. Doesn't say. So far they've been pretty good on like my NHLDraft.com. They are, I guess they're just updating it as they go. So never mind. Yeah, they're 7 for 7, 8 for 8, or 7 for 7 because they had Mertka going 8, they had O'Brien going 9, and they have Keyshawn Aitchison going 10. But we have McQueen going 9, and we had Martin going 10. So if McQueen doesn't go 9, we went 1 for 10 to start the top 10, and our over under was 15.5. That means that we have to hit pretty much every pick the rest of the way. So basically smash the under on that because we are not getting there. No, I don't even know. The other guys wanted 9.5 before I said let's do like 15.5. I don't even think we'll get 9.5. Like, well, we won't even get to 10. We're going to be 9 or less, in my opinion here, which is chaotic. This is what we wanted, though. We wanted chaos. We wanted to see it be messy and all over the place, and that's kind of what we're looking like. I'm gonna ask Colton what he's at with his correct picks because I didn't save his mock. for when we did that video. Again, just reminding everyone that we have started a Patreon if you haven't seen that already. So if you would love to go subscribe to that, we're getting all sorts of exclusive content. So on there, we have our top 10 prediction, and then we have Colton's final mock draft. And then we're going to be doing gaming videos. We're going to be hopefully doing like live sports videos. We're going to be totally changing it up, and we'll put some on YouTube, and then we'll put some different style ones on, of course, on Patreon to kind of keep those as a separate one, because we're trying to grow our team. We're trying to grow the podcast. So any help with any subscriptions or anything definitely will benefit us in giving you better content and getting out there more, and just, enjoying what we do even more, because it's a ton of fun, but it's also a ton of work. I think Dayton and Colton with our new live show are working like almost 7 days a week on it, and it's a real grind for them. So we couldn't appreciate, obviously, Colton and Dayton doing the live, as hard as they are editing and clips and all that they're both working on in the behind the scenes, on top of them working their own stuff, like Colton working for Daily Face Off, and he's a part of the Sheets podcast with in the background doing clips and stuff. So they're working hard. So we started a Patreon so that hopefully we can grow to help those guys get insulated a little bit more, so that they're not working their absolute tails off the entire time. So if you can, go check out patreon.com/gamedaytarps, and we'd love to have you subscribe and join some exclusive content. All right, Buffalo Sabres, here we go. Roger McQueen, baby. Roger McQueen. That's what we need. We need to get 2 in the top 10 correct to start the salvage in the right direction. Absolutely desperate for this. The Goo Goo Dolls making the pick. Could I have told you that from seeing them? No. But I also don't know faces very well. All right, who is it? That's a tall guy. Is that Murka? It is Murka. Got that one wrong. Man, we're falling apart over here. We are 1 for the first 10, but we also now got our 16th prediction wrong, because that was Murka for us. My goodness. Falling apart over here. Help us out, people. Let's get in the chat here. Let's talk this through. Let's see who you think is going 10. And do you like this pick? Any Sabres fans, do you like this pick? Huge defenseman. Personally, hear me out here. Buffalo is the defenseman ruiners, so I don't know what they're doing taking this guy. They hate Samuelson. They hate Byram. They hate Power. They don't hate Power, but they're willing to move on from Power. And Dahlin, they rushed in so much. It took him a few years to get his footing. Now that he's been captain for 2 or 3 years, he's actually kind of finding his footing. But previously, total struggle for Dahlin. So the fact that they want to move on from all their defense just to draft a defenseman, I just don't see what the benefit is to that, really. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. Or if you can hear my kid in the background. He's having a fun time right now. Not watching the NHL Draft. Give me your takes. What do you think of Murka? A lot of people thought he was going top 10. And, actually 2 defensemen in the top 10 again. They were saying it's only happened like twice in the last 10 years or once in the last 10 years. So, we do see 2. Do we see a third at 10th overall? Any thoughts? Yes, no? Jackson Smith, Keyshawn Aitchison, probably the only 2 in that slot. If you had asked me, maybe, was it Logan Hensler? Maybe Logan Hensler. Maybe Cameron Reed, too, we could see. Cameron Reed is someone that when we were doing our fun mock draft, we just kind of missed his name. And so he's not in our 32, and that's probably really dumb because he's definitely going to go, and we just did not add him. So that'll be an X for sure when he goes, unfortunately. Does anyone think, with us being 1 for 11 on picks, that we're going to hit the over 15.5 correct? 21 picks left. Only 6 can be wrong. And yet we've already got 8 wrong. What do people think? Can we turn this ship around, or are we better off back down to the 9.5? Oh, here we go. Here's Dayton.
What's going on?
We're falling apart.
We're falling apart. What do you mean?
Our mock draft is falling apart. We are We are 1 for 9, and we're
let me go turn the TV on, fellas. I'm sorry for being late. My cousin's graduation was tonight, or his graduation supper was tonight. I had to go support the family, but we're tuned in. Dane Moye went 4. Props to him. I heard Tommy Finau said Moncton, not Moncton.
Did he? Oh, no.
I don't know. I heard that.
I have it muted, so it's not. I don't want any copyright strikes.
I'm going to go turn it on right now, but I won't turn it. Yeah, be right back.
Yeah, did you see who just went?
No, tell me.
Mertka to the Sabres, 9.
I had Mertka.
You had him 8, I think, didn't you?
No, I had James Hagen's 8.
Right. All right, Jaden will be right back because he's just turning the game on. Oh, they're going to commercial again. This is what happened. See, I thought we started late because obviously I worked. Jaden was at his family event. But I thought they were doing the pre-show at 4:30 and then the draft at 5. That's Pacific time, of course.
It's also in LA. I thought it would be like a later start time. I'm on the East Coast, so I thought it would be like 9 o'clock for me. But
they started at 4 Pacific, which is ridiculous if you're trying to get viewers. And the fact it's even on a Friday altogether is ridiculous. It should never be on a Friday. But whatever. The NHL does what the NHL wants to do. Dayton, you'll see this when they get drafted here. You'll hate this. The way have you seen the way they're talking to the GMs?
Okay, so apparently Boston's had problems, right?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It was Adam Sandler on the screen.
I heard. Okay, keep going.
No, I don't know. I didn't watch the team. What happened with the management? I don't know.
So I heard Boston had problems connecting, and they were like, "Hey, this is like the biggest moment of your career," and then they were like, "Sorry, we're having connection problems." Like,
yeah, way to go, Zach. And I'm sure the NHL, PR people would have had everyone test their connections and everything, like to the screen before, like probably earlier today or whatever. But like, my goodness, you can't be having this. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. They walk off the stage and they go to a screen, and I only heard the first 3 picks, and every one of them, the GM was like, "We're so excited to have you," basically, and then the player was like, "I'm excited too," and then the player just walked away. It's just the lamest thing I've ever seen them do, and I can't believe that they're doing it.
I see it now. They got Schaefer up.
Yeah, he's talking.
I heard he gave a really good speech, eh?
Yeah. Hey, I'm throwing Colton under the bus. Colton cried. That's what I'm saying. I would do. I'm such a blubber. Any kind of emotion, in a show, movie, and if it's any kind of like tearing up, I'm done. I'm done. The waterworks are starting. I used to not be. Now that I'm old, I can't control it. I'm a dad now. Tears just start flowing.
Yeah. Here we go.
Pick is in. Anaheim Ducks.
Is it Jackson Smith, like I said? Is it Jackson Smith, like I said?
We already said it was going to be Brady Martin. Who's this? Is this the Rec Laws? No, never mind. It's not.
Are you kidding? No, they're Canadian, dude.
I know. I was just like, why? They look kind of like them at first, but now I don't even know who this is. Some kind of a singing group? Maybe.
Well, I would assume.
Actors?
Maybe.
I didn't know the last one was the Goo Goo Dolls, so that's on me. All right. Let's see if I don't even know what was my actual top 10.
Joshua Jackson and who? I didn't see what the other name was. You weren't even looking. That's okay.
Oh, my personal one, I'm killing it on. Kind of.
Mine's screwed.
I got the first 3 right.
Go check out our video on Patreon, by the way. We posted our top 10 prediction. Okay, sweet. Good stuff, Riley.
Yeah, we went over it a couple times, yeah.
Riley's on this stuff.
I put Denoye at 5, he went 4. I got Hagens at 4, he went 7. I was wrong about Jackson Smith in my own personal one. I said Brady Martin 7. He went. What about Brady Martin going 5th overall to Nashville?
I don't.
What about that?
I know we talked about it. Brady Martin and Zach Lara playing together.
Roger McQueen. Oh, I got that right. Yours. And my personal top 10 on a high note because I got all the rest wrong. I went 4 for 10 in my personal. Not bad. I had Eklund at 9, Martone at 8.
Wow. Okay.
But we're a sinking.
Yeah, mine's really screwed, bro.
We're a sink. We got 1 pick right.
No, you said we're a sinking ship. I'm already at the bottom.
You're a sinking ship?
No, I have to find a way to get myself back up. I have I don't think any of my picks are right except for Schaefer Misa.
So we said over under 15.5. We have 11 wrong. We can only get 6 wrong the rest of the round to hit the over. No, we can only get 5 wrong to hit the over. So, and then I'm thinking, do we switch it to the 9.5 that we were talking about? But I don't even think we'll hit that. Like, will we hit 10? Let us know in the comments. Is this ship sunk? Because it sure as heck seems sunk. Man, McQueen's
dude, the over-under screwed.
What do you think if we went 9.5? So 10 or 9 or less? Do you think we get over 10?
This is for our mock draft, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we have Ravensburg at 12, so...
Yeah, I know, that's because I was an idiot and I wanted to shake things up.
Yeah, that's what I said, though. I mean, it's fine. You never know what they could do. What if that hits?
It's kind of cool, the stuff that they have on the screen, but like...
Yeah, but like compared to the
Sphere... GMs were there instead of just Gary Bettman.
Yeah, and like whoever these stars are, that he, like, no offense to them, but he doesn't care that he's taking a picture with them. Like, no. Not at all. You know, and even like the big, like Boston had Adam Sandler do their video, which is so cool, but he was on a video screen. He wasn't there in person. So the kid didn't even get a picture with him. And same with like Philly had Charles Barkley do it. And I think Charles Barkley was having issues because his talk went on forever and it looked like he froze a couple times. So, yeah, like that. Look at this. This is garbage. We're so happy to have you. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, bye. That's it. And then they have to get on a phone call and call this kid, and then they have to fly him. Well, they don't have to fly him because he's going to Anaheim. But then they have to bring him to Anaheim just to meet him. I don't like this at all.
This is the worst thing they could have ever done.
Yeah, after the Sphere, this is a joke. The Sphere last year was like, it sucks for all the other, like markets, right? Like, you want to take the draft to other markets, but if you put it at the Sphere full time, you kill it every year.
What is this?
Yeah, they're just like, with it muted, this is so dumb. I'm just standing like 3 guys with their hands
behind their back.
Yeah.
Like, or cross. Yeah, I don't know. It's Rogers literally just going there in like he's I don't know, man. Did they at least do the podium picture with the 1, 2, 3?
I haven't seen it yet, but I started watching on my phone, and then I saw the Denoye pick on the live. That was the first pick we watched live.
Well, big show.
So Colton got.
I can't believe that.
Got 1 and 4 right.
Sorry.
Colton's got 1 and 4 correct out of the 10.
I can't believe that Frondell went to Chicago, dude.
Yeah, obviously San Jose was throwing smoke in the wind that they were going to pick Frondell, and then they just grabbed Misa.
Yeah, I knew they were going to take Misa, though. You can't skip on that kid. Just put up 134 points, bro. I know it's junior hockey, but, still.
Yeah. So you cut that in half at the AHL level to, 80, basically, right? 75. So 75 AHL points, and then you give him time to progress, and he ends up scoring 100 in the NHL when it's all said and done.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm just watching it now. I saw a clip of how they're doing it right now with the analyst and the player on the desk, or the host and the player on the desk. And earlier, Michael Miso had the IFB in his ear to listen, and it just fell out. And they switched the camera angle real quick, and
someone jumped in and put it back.
No. But it was just awkward. I feel like everything about this is just awkward. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, this is not their best production at all. And I think
we don't mean to absolutely poop on the parade here, but it's not as good as what we could have seen. You know what I mean?
Brady Martin didn't even go. So what does that tell you about this type of an event?
Exactly.
He said, well, maybe he did. I don't know. They showed pictures of him at maybe he was watching a screen. Again, I'm not listening, so I didn't really see if he was there or not. But they showed him on a farm with a huge watch party. It looked like putting a TV on a tractor scissor lift thing that was holding a TV up. So I thought that maybe they were watching it as a watch party there. I could be wrong. You would think he'd probably be there, but either way, whether he was there or not, this is just not the product.
He was so. Yeah,
he must have been there. He must have been there. He knew he was going top 10. 11. Who goes 11? Do you think they do? Do they make this special? Do they do tandem 11, 12 picks, or do they just do individual? Keep it special for the kids, and they pick one at a time.
No, do one at a time for sure.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I want them to do.
If they do two at a time, then it's not as special.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Then you always share that moment with that guy. It's not your own moment.
It's not your own pick. And people would get fired up. Yeah, I'd be fired up about that.
And the harshest part here is your team wants you, but you get picked 12th instead of 11th. They wanted you a little bit less than the other guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then you're standing on the draft stage with the guy, and you're like, yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Oh well, he's better. Well, not necessarily better, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, we have Eklund here in our randomizer mock draft.
Because I picked Eklund here, and then I
like that pick. I really like that pick. Really, who's left? There's no one left. They've all been taken. Eklund is the best. He's the best player available.
But then I went absolutely crazy in the next pick, right?
Chris Letang. Hear that the Penguins are shopping Malkin. Listening to a team he would want to go to. Why did they not trade Crosby? That's my question. Who is it? They're so slow to show the name. I don't know the faces of these kids. Benjamin Kindle. Off the board a little bit.
Defenseman. Definitely off the board. Definitely off the board.
Centerman, not defense. At least that's what it says.
He's a centerman?
I thought he was a defender, wasn't he?
Colt? I thought. Maybe not.
That stupid ad, get out of the way.
99 points.
No, definitely not a defenseman.
Damn. Good on him. that's see, he wasn't projected very high.
They have 21st to Ottawa.
That's what we had him.
No, that's what I have on just my NHLDraft.com, which I don't know. It's just a ranking system. I don't think it's no pro scouts. I don't think. I've used it for years because I like that they put the logos on the screen. that's what I like about it.
Nice.
But yeah, they had him going 21, where he was actually ranked. I never saw him in the top 15. So
Colton had him late first round.
Yeah. And this is what we love about the NHL draft. It's not like you can pretty much do the NBA draft and you know where almost every kid is going. They just pick best kid available, or they just trade 900 draft picks for Kevin Durant, like the 10th team just did. So,
yeah.
The NHL, it's random. Teams find their fit and they find the kid that they want, and they pick them. They don't deviate from that. Look at him running the point on the power play. Or was that his shot? No, yeah, they said he was the one at the point.
Sorry, one second.
Me and Colton are going to have to go to some games next year, depending on who all comes back to the WHL, and we'll have to go watch some of these kids. Colton, I'm sure, knows about Kindle pretty well, but I don't know that much about him. Oh, he just potted one on Ravensburgen right there. I think that was Ravensburgen.
I had Ravensburgen going next to my mock draft. But no, that's actually crazy. I don't know why I did that. I said I just wanted to stir the pot. I don't think I was thinking in that moment.
Well, hold up. They just went 10 plus picks off the board.
That's true.
Ravensburgen can go anywhere from 18 to 32 if a team wants him. So if he goes 12, is it really that much of a gamble?
I don't think it's that much of a gamble, actually. No.
Can you hear people yelling in the background?
No, not really. It's not too bad. Okay. Don't worry about that.
Good. What about Jackson Smith? We're our guy Jackson Smith. He's our guy.
Dude, I had him going to Anaheim. That's what I mean. I had him going to Anaheim.
They did have. Remember, what was that stat? There was no more than 2 defensemen taken in the first round for how many years? Or what was it? No more than 1. Only 2, or it was a long time since 2. What was the stat? Was it more than 2 or only 2 had been taken? Not been taken. For defensemen.
I
forget who said that. One of our guys on the live said that. It's been how many years since I think it's been always 2 defensemen in the top 10 and not more for X amount of years. I think was the
maybe on the live show. Probably Anthony Donati, I believe.
I think it was Donati, maybe. Yeah. Prospect On, go follow him at Prospect On. He is not a happy man tonight, I don't think, because he really, really, really wanted Misa on Chicago. Oh, trade.
That's kind of cool. That
is cool. But
if you can't see what's on the screen right now, fellas,
kid is super upset. He's like, I was just about to announce another draft pick, and you.
Who is that? Who's the black-haired man on the screen?
What? I can't hear the trade though. I don't know what it is. Is this the Islanders? 12th overall to the Flyers for 22nd and 31. So the Flyers already got Martone, which is sick. And are they coming for what? Jackson Smith? They see he's available. They see Eklund. Do they take Eklund though? There's no way, right? Because then they have Michkov, Martone, and Eklund, 3 right wingers. Right? What do you think? Are you muted?
Yep. I was muted, but I was just thinking still. But if they took Martone, you would think they go defenseman Jackson Smith.
Or do they go Keyshawn Aitchison, Broad Street bully to the max, just one of the biggest hitters in the draft?
Jackson Smith, 6'3".
He is. You're right. Absolutely. My pick, Jackson Smith.
Yeah.
But
who knows?
See if this app updates. Did it update? See if it's Philly now already. Where are we here? Nope, it didn't update yet.
Bro, Steven.
So wait, are we way behind?
No, we're not way behind.
Oh, because this literally the app changed and now it says Jackson Smith 12, Eklund 13. Like things have changed. It says Ravensburger. Oh, that's 23rd. Never mind.
Brother,
that was 14.
Brother, what are you saying?
I don't know. I just thought this app updated and or this website updated, and it all of a sudden said Jackson Smith went 12th, and he was 13th before that. So they just switched some things. I don't know.
30,
they moved Eklund.
Hold on. Oh, never mind.
No, yeah, actually, it's wrong because it says Keyshawn Aitchison went 10th. This thing is wrong. It's bugging.
I just read something on Twitter. I thought it was no. It was not correct.
So Pittsburgh trades back to get 22.
Kevin Weeks just tweeted the Isles logo again.
Or 30. Yeah. Because, he must have thought maybe they were trading with Pittsburgh, but why would they when they didn't get Hagens? Why did this switch this way? What is going on? It's glitched. I'm backing out.
Wow. Oh, shit. The Preds NHL will be making, I just saw this was 2 hours ago by Kevin Weeks, but they're making a $700+ million commitment to their Bridgestone Arena transformation project. It will be done in phases. $700 million to the arena in Smashville. There you go, Brady Martin. The prospect on goes, "This is wild. Makes me scared if they trade down and someone else takes Misa." This was 6 hohours ago. I don't know. I'm just reading all this, but you said like he's gonna be crazy tonight. There you go. I haven't been on my phone tonight as much, so
Are you freezing as much as I am, or is it just my internet?
Freezing on
Gary
the TV.
just walked up. He just walked up to the podium to me, or to the mic.
There we go. There we go. I don't know these kids by face yet.
I know. Are you seeing Brandon Graham right now?
I'm seeing Jack Nesbitt drafted 12th overall by the Philadelphia Flyers.
Jack Nesbitt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So 2 off the board a little bit picks.
This first round is actually going wild.
Yeah.
You did say there could be a trade involved.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one earlier with the Habs, but like there was one couple.
The big one.
They just had one, but like
Charlie Coyle got traded. Got traded.
That's true.
Tarasov got traded obviously yesterday.
That was last night though. I mean, like tonight.
Yeah. Who else got traded today? There was another trade.
You sure?
I think so. There was not. It wasn't big. It wasn't big. I don't think. Maybe not. Maybe it was just that one. No, I swear there was another one today. Hold up.
This pick confuses me.
A lot of picks are starting to confuse me. This just tells you, like they said, the 6 to 20, 7 to 20 is could be random, and then same with like 20 to 45. You could have all over the place. Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood to Columbus. Maybe it was adding Miles Wood that I'm thinking of. Oh, here's Colton's top 32.
Yeah, you want me to pull that up? We can.
Yeah, sure. We can go over it.
I wonder if I have it. No, I think I deleted it, but I can re-download it here. 1 second. 1 second.
It's on his X account too.
1 second, mate. 1 second.
And people chime in here too. Let's get some comments going. We'd love to talk the draft with you here. We haven't had a single comment yet, other than me.
There is 63 people watching on Twitter. Only one person watching on YouTube. Twitter's comment section is a little weird. YouTube's comment section
it's blocked
is a lot better.
Yeah,
so that's why.
Yes.
So
if you want to go watch on YouTube, go.
No, I'm just joking.
No. I'm just trying to just see if anyone wants to. They can go to YouTube and they can comment. Yeah, I'm thankful to the people for watching.
Yeah, I know you are. We all are. There we go. Here's Colton's mock draft.
Cam Robinson said he went 6 for 6 last year. He wanted to see if he could do it again. He went 4 for 4 and then fell off.
Wow.
Well, Philly knew they were taking Nesbitt. They had a jersey with his name on it and everything. So they really, really wanted to move up.
Has not everyone had their name with a jersey on it?
I haven't looked, but you would think.
I think they get it. I think they get it done pretty quick. You would be surprised. Like I watched.
Do they now?
The Mooseheads did a very good job. I'm like at showing behind the scenes at the Quebec League draft, and they like Benji Newson, their equipment manager, would be right beside Cam Russell, their GM, and Cam when they picked L'Italien second overall, or third overall, second overall. I think it was third overall. I think so. And they looked at him, and they were like, "Newson, you got or Benji, you got L'Italien on a jersey over there," and they were like, "Yeah, all right, go put him on a jersey." And then like he like ran over, went and like pressed his stuff on the jersey, and then like he was up there in like a minute and a half, and then like yeah. But I mean, they obviously weren't doing it like this, so I think here you might have to be a little quicker, probably. But
well, they're the NHL. What does it take to pay a guy to stitch 100 names on jerseys? And if you're wrong,
no, he's not. He's not stitching it. He's not. They're heat pressing.
But no, the Flyers is the white stitched on bar with the name, or maybe they heat press the name onto the white bar.
Yeah, for sure. You could also heat press a white. I don't know, but for tonight, I think for that they would just heat press it, and then they would get him a New Jersey once he gets to Philadelphia. He's gonna have tons.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think he's buffering. I don't know what's going on. So I'm fine on the video. I don't know what's going on the TV. But
I heard the panel was doing well, so that's good.
Well, yeah, it's
like this panel of 4 is definitely carrying this broadcast for sure.
Yes, it will, and shocker, it's not their gimmick. That is the rest of the show. They're just a panel. So, right, like they didn't pick the rooms. They didn't pick what it all looks like. So, did Jack Nesbitt lose his dad? Oh, he must have too. Looks like his dad is sick. And this is terrible. How many of these guys are losing their parents young? It's crazy. Like we even go back to last year with Michael Hage. Like, there we go. Colton chiming in. Nesbitt at 12 is a reach. You were absolutely right, Colton. We were very confused that they traded up for that. And you know what? For you, Dayton, 12 Ravensburg and 2 the Flyers. That could have made sense.
Reach. That's not a reach. Because you know what Ravensburgen has? A lot of reach.
He does. But they do have 31st overall still. So you never know.
Tough. I don't know. Detroit needs. They definitely don't need a goalie. The amount of goalies in their system that they've had and screwed over, like
75-year-olds.
Sebastian Cossa, he's been waiting there for years, bro.
Yeah. If he doesn't come up over Cam Talbot next year, traded pick 12 and passed on a friend of the show, Jackson Smith and Eklund, insane. And we thought for sure they were taking Eklund. Yeah, you probably could have had Nesbitt at 31. Colton's absolutely right.
Colton, thank you for tuning in tonight, fella.
Colton is busy working hard for Daily Faceoff right now, doing clips and doing all their live stuff and working hard for them. So
who is this? Dave Coulter. Nice.
Are you? Oh, you're way ahead of me now. Yeah, mine froze. There we go. Okay, I skipped ahead. Oh, I might skip too far. There we go. I got Bettman talking right now.
Nah, bro. Dave Coulter.
Is he talking on yours? He's not talking for me. He's just in the background.
He's talking to me.
There's a Dave Coulier.
Coulier? Oh.
There's no T.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't know who he is.
My eyes are really bad from here, and the TV's like super far away. Maybe I should put some glasses on.
Do they take Carter Bear? We get one right if they take Carter Bear. But you know what? This is the Detroit Red Wings. They're taking Swedish William Eklund. There's no way they're not taking Swedish William.
Go alongside Lucas Raymond. He could be like the Lucas Raymond successor. Not the successor,
or
but like, could be
do they draft
mini-me
Jackson Smith to be the D partner?
Moritz. No, he wouldn't be Moritz-Seider's D partner because they're two alike.
Yeah, but one's a lefty, one's a righty.
One's a left and one's a righty, but then I mean, like, you would probably want to put like Jeff Petry's old.
Colton's saying who went. Do you have who went? I don't have it yet.
Oh. See, I don't know these kids' faces. Carter Bear.
Hey, Colton's right. We got another one correct.
12 to 13 picks is a CHL. Look at that.
Take that, NCAA.
That's beautiful.
Where you at?
Stuff. That is beautiful stuff. We love to see that here over on Game Day Terps. We love a good CHL majority. It's always good.
And it better say Jackson Smith, Tri-City Americans. He hasn't played a game for Penn State yet. It better say Jackson Smith, Tri-City Americans. It better say Malcolm Spence, Erie Otters. We have Lyndon Lakovich, or however you want, Lakovich, however you want to say his name.
I've heard Lakovich. Colton says Lakovich. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean Carter Bear. Finally, a pick that makes a little bit of sense.
This is the guy that Colton yesterday said could be the best player in the draft. I heard your dog's barking. Don't worry about that. We love a good woof over here.
That's not a woof. That's an ear-breaking annoyance. Can you hear all the people?
I can hear Paxton. He's crying. He must not like the pick.
He's giggling. He's having a blast.
He must love the pick then.
Yeah.
Now this is weird. Who's like? He's just. I don't like how they're just standing there, just like. Yeah, I can't hear. Obviously, I can't hear what they're saying because it's muted, right? But just go back. There's no way they don't go back to the to the centralized draft. You know what I mean?
They have to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I heard you. I heard you for sure.
My screen's just frozen.
Oh, she's like pushing him closer to the mic because he's too far away. Did you see that?
Oh, is he? No, I missed it. I'm
watch it. She puts her like card up to the back. She's like pushing him closer to the mic because he's too far. He's also tall, but like,
who? I don't even know. Like, where's Jackie? Why? Who is this person? I don't even know who this person is. Who? Redmond.
What's not usually not? Is this
She was there last year, I'm pretty sure. Or it's like it's Kyle Bukauskas and stuff too. Something like it's usually.
Let me see her face. I don't really know. There's like
I don't know.
Carlin Bathe usually does a lot of stuff for the NHL and stuff, but she's like, I don't know. She still works for them. I don't
I
know.
just saw her push
who
man.
that is.
I'm way behind. I'm gonna back out and I'm gonna go back into it and let it reload live.
What are you watching on?
Sportsnet Plus.
Oh.
No. On the
Oh,
PlayStation.
that was disgusting. That was disgusting. He just did like a spinorama back post and like stuffed it in.
He's talking to the lady in the green jacket for me. So
I think backhander, top cheddar, short side. This kid's got game.
Oh yeah, Carter Bear is nasty with it. Hopefully he stays with the Everett Silvertips.
Okay, now he's talking to the lady. You're ahead of me because now he's talking
to the lady.
Jumped
ahead. Yeah, I'll picture him with Elliot like a decade ago. Just popped up on screen. Look at that Elliot looking young with no beard. What a man. There he is.
Wow.
Only one trade so far in the top 13 live on the draft floor. We need more. We need more action.
What do you mean? Elliot still doesn't have a beard. Really? I mean, I guess it's shaven, but...
Yeah, but remember when he had like that homeless man beard?
Kinda, yeah.
It's like he didn't cut his hair.
Preach.
What is going on? Have they updated this yet? Yes, they have. Okay, there we go. Philly's logo is on 12 now.
Okay.
Bear 13.
Bear is staying. What do you mean, Colton? Bear is staying in the NHL?
Oh, no, I said hopefully he stays in Everett.
Oh. No way Columbus doesn't go Eklund, though. I don't think I thought Detroit was going to go Eklund, though, for sure, for the Sweden thing.
Yeah, and then Carter Bear and Eklund are the best players left available if you're taking a forward. Jackson Smith and Keyshawn Aitchison. If we don't see one of those two go before the 20s, like what are we doing here? Wait, how did my thing update, but it still has Montreal at 16 and 17? That's broken. Well, we might as well take this time while we're just waiting to say thanks again to everyone who is watching. We appreciate that. If you are watching on YouTube, feel free to chime in on the comments. If you are watching on X, we don't want to lose your view, but if you did want to chime in and talk to us about the draft, feel free to head over to YouTube and just chat it up with us, and we'll
and hit the subscribe button
and hit subscribe while you're at it. And I know I've done this now twice already, but we do have Patreon, patreon.com/GameDayTarps. We're putting out exclusive content there. I won't go full detail again, but we're doing some fun stuff there. So go subscribe to that, and it helps our podcast grow even more. And we have Columbus on the clock, pick 14.
The pick is in.
Pick is in.
I'm definitely behind. Like,
Meredith Goudreau is making the pick.
Oh, that's cool. That is
great. Hey, the whole crowd is standing and clapping. Give a full ovation here. See this Colton. I said this type of stuff makes me cry too. This is gonna make me cry. Fun fact: my son born. Not fun fact. My son is born the day Johnny Gaudreau died. I cried happiness and sadness that same day. I was so heartbroken and yet so happy at the same time. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when that happened with Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau. Especially on the same day my son. Like, it'll be forever tied to that for me. It's going to be crazy as he gets older that it'll be like, yeah, that same day you were born, like Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew were hit by a drunk driver at their sister's wedding party. Like, just the worst family specific sporting accident in history as far as I'm concerned. Because we've had, Lokomotiv, Yaroslavl and stuff, but this one was it hit to so many homes.
It's nice to see the crowd standing up for them. It's nice to see everyone still standing. That's nice.
Oh, I read her lips. Friend of the show, Jackson Smith.
No, did she really?
Yeah. Plus, Colton said it, and I knew ahead of time. But I read her lips. I wanted to confirm it. Good for Jackson. What a moment to be taken and have Meredith Gaudreau say your name. Like,
what a beauty!
We'd love to get him back on and talk about that moment. Holy cow! What a look at how he's emotional. Like, what an emotional moment for.
What a great time! What a great time for everybody.
Great time for what? Sorry.
Everybody involved. I think.
Yeah. And obviously he's going to Penn State, but he gets drafted by a team that wears Tri-City Americans colors. Fun fact.
Well, it's kind of like the almost the same jersey style, kind of.
Yeah, it's
and they
basically what Tri-City's bases it off of.
They did use his Tri-City jersey in the thing, so you were right.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jackson.
Meredith is staying out of the photo. She needs. Oh, he's going to give her a hug. This guy, Jackson Smith, one of the best human beings you could meet. What a guy. What an absolute incredible man. Oh, look at the vest, Dane. Look at the vest.
What do you mean? I didn't see it.
Wait for it. Wait for he takes his jacket off.
I'm not there yet. I'm behind you. I'm like this thing's so behind.
I'm preparing you.
Oh my god.
What a vest.
Brother.
Colton, you have one job. Get this boy back on the podcast. What a story this is.
Yeah, Colton, that's your only job. I mean, he did say at the end of the interview he'd love to come back on, so.
Yes.
Anyways, I had him at pick 10 to Anaheim.
I had him at 6 to Philly. And then I thought he was going to go 12 to Philly. I've been wrong twice on him.
Good stuff, bud.
Somehow in our mock draft, I have us. Maybe we screwed it up, but we have Lakovic twice. Don't know how we did that.
Whoever that dude on the right is, he is jacked.
Yeah, we had Kindle at 27.
Yeah, dude, our mock draft screwed.
Yeah. We didn't even have Nesbitt in our first round. No offense to Jack Nesbitt.
I thought he was getting drafted tomorrow for sure.
Making Meredith, I know that Meredith Gaudreau is actually so good for the sport in terms of this whole grieving thing, but to again put the microphone in her face, she did the pick, and now they're in the room, and now they put a mic in her face again. This poor girl has been an entire year almost of talking about this and always making awareness for it for the NHL. She has been such a bright light, but they need to let her have some time sometimes.
Yeah, I've said that a couple of times this season that they did do a great job highlighting the Gaudreau stuff. But sometimes I felt like the microphones were shoved in their faces a little bit.
Yeah. I agree. I did love the award that she gave for Monahan. Right. I cried during that. That made me.
You told me you cried.
Yeah. I was like, man, that. It broke me. What an amazing video.
They just showed a couple of a couple of clips of Jackson Smith there.
Let's put this up there. Colton says, Coots to the Canucks, followed by Allegedly.
You weren't looking 3 minutes ago when I put that up.
Allegedly. You allegedly put it up. Dakota is about to be very upset. He wants Coots for the Calgary Flames at, what are they, 18? Are they 18?
Yeah. I believe so.
He wants Coots at 18. Colton saying Coots at 15 here to the Canucks. And then we got the double Islanders picks that somehow they did not move to get Hagens. When we even heard that the ownership in Long Island had given a green light on almost any move to trade up to get Hagens. And then this is what I said when you weren't on, Dayton. I said, I don't get the Brady Martin pick because he doesn't fit Nashville's timeline. Why did they not trade the pick just to draft a guy who shouldn't have been taken top 5? That's what I was so confused about. If they traded for 16 and 17, then traded with Boston at 7, they probably still would have got Brady Martin.
Right.
And Utah even didn't. Utah, who we all thought absolutely loved Martin, didn't take him at 4, and then there was Nashville at 5.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's
they stole our idea. Notable players taken at 15th overall. We were going to do that. Erik Karlsson is the best player in the NHL, taken 15th overall.
I don't think that the Nashville Predators have made a good pick. Just to go back to that Brady Martin thing, I don't think the Nashville Predators made a good pick there. That's just in my opinion.
No, they didn't. They made a terrible pick, I think. Like Porter Martone, James Hagens were still there. Roger McQueen, Jake O'Brien. Like I put all those guys ahead of Brady Martin. And again, like I was talking about, yes, he's going to be a playoff guy, but just like Bennett on the Flames, when the Flames weren't in the playoffs, he was a 11-goal, 35-point guy.
Yeah, they say he's going to be great in the playoffs, which I don't doubt. But like, there's a regular season you have to play as well, right?
Is Nashville going to be in the playoffs in the next decade?
Who knows?
Big question.
That's a great question, actually.
Oh. Is this Jannik Hansen? Oh, Mikael Samuelsson. They all look alike. Trying to read his lips. Oh, he just said thank you. Okay.
Sorry, I'm putting a thumbnail on our YouTube video, so
no worries.
So it's not just your face.
Yeah, that's all good.
Although you're a very handsome man, Riley.
Thank you. Over exaggerating, but thank you.
Yeah, no,
appreciate that.
No, it's okay.
Holy cow. Matthias Samuelsson. Let's get to it. Who's this?
Matthias Samuelsson. Who did we ask? We had Dave Hall from Canucks Army on today talking about who they were going to take with their 15th overall pick. Will it be the next Jonathan Lekaramaki, who was the last player they picked at 15 overall?
Yep.
Who did they just pick? It is Braden Coots. Braden Coots.
It is. That's what I just said.
And that's what he said earlier, actually. He wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
Team captain of the U18 World Championship.
Boom.
Never a bad idea to take a captain. They always just have that ability to do more. Even if it's not being a star player, right? Like an Adam Lowry type guy.
Yeah. No, who did you say the other day was going to be the next Adam Lowry for someone? I forget. I don't know. Dak is just going off in this group chat.
Oh,
Did you see this?
he's so mad.
My phone is going off right now. Dakota Parr.
He said trade it. Don't even care anymore. Probably get a defenseman. He's mad.
Is that about Calgary's pick? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, he wants Coots, and he's like, just get rid of it. Just get rid of the pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coots was like his number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 option. He didn't want anyone else.
I'm surprised Eklund hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, this is actually ridiculous. The fall of potentially the second or first best winger
Eklund to Montreal.
You mean to the Islanders?
Shoot. I forgot all about that. They got Dobson today.
They got Dobson. Well, you'd have to think so. They didn't get Hagens, and they're being handed a guy that on a lot of mock drafts was like 5th or 6th overall.
I had him 7th.
Yeah,
I think.
We had him 11th. I had him 9th.
By the way, fellas, in case you hear us saying we, I, he, we've done like Colton did a mock draft, Riley did a mock draft, I did a top 10 prediction video. We all did that. That's what's on Patreon. Go check that out right now. And then last night or this afternoon on YouTube, we actually just posted a mock draft. So yeah, that was fun. Go check that out. There's a bunch of different stuff. Draft week is fun.
Yeah, it has been a blast, honestly, because this is kind of the last hurrah. These 5 days, NHL draft, and then free agency, and it's over. Just like that.
Kind of. And then it's like, damn, is it October yet?
Yeah. Training camps are fun. I like rookie training camp. You get to hear maybe how some kids progressed since last year, and then you get to hear how the new kids come in. But, yeah. What is this? What are they showing Coots?
I'm excited for August.
Oh, my Lord.
Whoa. What did they just do?
What a hit. And then a fight. Yeah. He got steamrolled.
Into the post. Yes. Oh my God.
Wait, why do they? Are you sure
Are you sure he was the one that got? Are you sure he was the one that got hit into the post?
Dude, even Sportsnet has this screwed up. They have Montreal picking 16th right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is Gary Bettman literally going to do? We have a trade to announce 8 hours after a trade was announced? No way he's going to get up there and go, we have a trade to announce.
No way he does that. Yeah.
Why else would it be on screen as Montreal?
I don't know. Like, you might be right.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't go up there and say we have a trade to announce.
Or some intern is running stuff right now at Sportsnet. They're like, hey, put that graphic in. They're like, yep, Montreal, right? 16-17. They didn't hear about the trade. And they're like, sure. And then they throw it up and they're like, who the fuck's on graphics?
Yeah, no, Montreal's on the big screen. He's going to say we have a trade to announce.
This is kind of interesting.
Wait, what? But
there's a minute and 25 left.
And why is there a Montreal guy?
Hold on. Bettman's up there. Let me mute my mic.
Oh, yeah, there it is. No, there it is. Trade alert. And they had whoever Montreal's draft guy is come up and press the button. I'm sorry that I don't know who that is, Montreal. Who the guy who's actually kind of wearing?
You said it's a Montreal native.
He's kind of wearing a Toronto Maple Leaf on his chest more than he is a Montreal Canadiens logo. Watch out. Oh, they just put Noah Dobson on the screen in the Islanders video. Whoops. Oh, my.
Bro, this was actually kind of stupid. Let me mute my TV. This was so stupid. This has been known, like you said, this has been known for hours, bro.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you
I think 8 hours. When did it go down? You guys went live at 11, and the trade came in just before 11 o'clock. And it is, for us, for out west. And
well,
now
for me,
it's
it's 10:30.
6:30. Yeah, it's 6:30 here, and the trade came in at 10:30. It is literally 8 hours later in the day. And they're like, surprise.
Yeah, bad production.
I mean, I'm sure there are people that somehow didn't know, I guess. Right? Like,
Colton Davies tuning in from LA. Joking, but good stuff, Colton.
sec, my cats are gonna have a spat.
I don't know, man. I'm just still shocked that Eklund hasn't gone.
Martin
I definitely was surprised at the Jack Nesbitt pick, and
Nesbitt and Kindle back to back.
that was wild. Bear to Detroit didn't really surprise me, but I really expected them to pick Eklund.
Yeah,
because they like their Swedes. Maybe they've had enough of the Swedes.
Who else have we got? Oh yeah, Coots is wrong now. We had Coots going 21 in our group one.
Well, let's throw Colton's mock draft up there.
Cameron Schmidt is not drafted yet.
We'll throw Colton here.
Malcolm Spence.
Carbonneau's still not taken. Reshny, Fiddler,
Yep.
Boumedienne, Ryabkin, Spence, Potter, Reed.
Reshny's going to fall. It's a size thing. It's 100% a size thing. Reshny's going to fall. It's not his fault. It's always ridiculous. And then he's going to put up like 90 points one year, and everyone's going to be like, wow, how did this kid fall to 29th overall in the first round?
Colton has the Kamloops Blazer, Nathan Bayham going 32 to Calgary.
He threw Bayham a bone there. I mean, it's possible.
It's
always possible. He's like 6'2" or something. He's big. Like Colton said, he's more of a raw product than a finished product, but his floor is pretty high. So we'll see where he can go.
I'm interested to see where Sacha Boumedienne goes. He has him going to 21 to Ottawa, but
yep.
Yeah, I'm interested. He could go before Kashan Aitchison. Oh yeah, Colton had Aitchison at 12. Murtka went already.
Yeah,
did he not?
Aitchison too. Aitchison's dropping defense, but we knew that defense could drop because it's just a forward-heavy draft.
Murtka already went, did he not?
Yeah, 9th, Buffalo.
Okay. Oh, New York's up.
They are, and some guy's talking, and I don't know who he is. I have no pop culture references in my life. I have no idea who it is. Who?
I don't know.
Oh, Victor Eklund. It's about damn time. Dak just, lol, guess we won't get Eklund. He's falling apart.
Congratulations, Mr. Eklund.
Finally. Fell way farther than he should have, but at least not that far. I mean, 16th is respectable. I had it today too. Like, who was it? Tarasenko was 16th. I have a note. I didn't get it finished.
Colton said he's going to jump on for a few after pick 18. There must be a break or something. So
yeah, 16. Tarasenko and Tom Wilson, notable 16 overall. Not bad. I think William Eklund is a great pick. I think he's a guy at the NHL level who could score 20 goals and get 40 assists on a regular basis and finish 60 plus points on a second line for a decade. And I think that there are maybe 6 teams that are going to regret not taking him at this point. 6 or 7.
Dakota just said he only wants Nathan Bain or Henry Brustevich for Calgary.
Up ahead, too, he said, my boy Bill. And by Bill, he means Bill Zonin, the biggest rock star of the draft. But yeah, he said that. And then, yes, he just said, only guy I want now is Bain or Brustevich, which Bruce is more of a later in the round pick on their second 31st overall, right? 31st or 32nd? 32nd? 32nd overall. Yeah, hey, no name bar. No name bar. I told you.
No name bar? Wow.
No name bar.
Okay. Well, Phillies, yeah, maybe they knew they were taking it. Wow.
And I think this too, the Islanders just went, wait, we didn't get Hagens, but William Eklund just fell to us at 16.
True. But don't get me wrong. Those equipment managers.
Oh, they're good. No disrespecting them. If you just watch the highlights of like equipment managers on the bench, unreal. The way that they're just going, they know where stick to stick is.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you think that they just have 100 sticks at home with tape on them, and they just do this, practicing at home?
No. I think guys have different knobs, and they know by knob sizes, and guys have different. Yeah, whatever.
Careful what you say. How they know by.
I know.
Knows by each guy's knob.
I mean, it's not wrong, but. Oh, look at those rippers.
Oh, you're way behind. I'm at the interview.
Yeah, he's already on the ODR in Sweden.
He's got a big old smile. Happy kid.
I
don't even know the whole panel. I know, obviously, Colby. I don't know the guy in the brown suit, and I hate that I'm blank. Is it Sam?
Constantino?
Constantino? Is that who that is? Yeah.
Brown suit? Not 100% sure. David Amber.
Yeah, David Amber. Everyone knows David Amber. Everyone knows Colby.
I felt so bad for David Amber one night. I walked by, my buddy and I it was after All-Star weekend. We walked by him and Kevin Bieksa on the street. And I went up to Kevin Bieksa and I was like, hey, Kevin, mind if I get a picture with you? It's nice to meet you, man. And he's like, yeah, sure. But he had his hood up. And he's like, yeah, I hope you don't mind if I keep my hood up. It's really cold out here. And I was like, yeah, it's no problem, dude. And then I completely, it was so cold out. I just wanted to get going. Completely, didn't.
Forgot about David Amber?
No, yeah, I shouldn't say forgot about him, but, I just was like, yeah, okay. And then
you left him on red, basically.
Well, no, I honestly don't think he really cares. It's friggin' some idiot on the street in Toronto, but, that's me.
Swedish-born brothers, both in the first round. Daniel and Henrik, William and Alex Nylander, and now William and Victor Eklund. Do you think, okay, I know it's a stretch. Do you think at any point the Sharks debated him at 2? Obviously, we see him fall to 16, but do you think, well, because they have his brother, do you think at any point it just was like, do we debate this kid?
No, not when you have Michael Misa. You could trade for something later.
True.
If you really want, you could make a trade and be like, hey, so you want something for Victor Eklund? Yeah, give me I don't know.
Give me Shaq Mokhamadulan.
Yes. Mohamedoulan. Yeah.
Mohamedoulan.
Muhammad Doolin. That's how Greg or Gord Miller used to say it at the World Juniors, and ever since then I was like, yeah, love it. Muhammad Doolin.
Same guest is back. This is why it needs to be their staff. Oh, he flashed the card to the TV.
The pick is in.
Keyshawn Aitchison. Keyshawn
really?
Aitchison. They traded Noah Dobson. Keyshawn Aitchison. I'm calling it. Keyshawn Aitchison. Oh, I think he literally said Keyshawn Aitchison. He did. That my man. Keyshawn Aitchison.
Did Colton say anything? No. Yeah, I just heard Keyshawn Aitchison. So, is it Kashawn or Kayshawn? I've heard both.
I've heard Keyshawn, and Kashawn.
I don't think it's I don't think it's Keyshawn because it's just Ka. But also, I could be completely wrong on that.
He is built like
it looks like it's Kashawn. I would say Kashawn. Stephen Ellis, 17 to the New York Islanders. Kashawn. Oh, look at the pink suit, bud. Look at the pink suit.
Yeah, he's looking styling. Look at his shoulders, man. He's huge. He's so broad.
That was the longest hug. If you over under 6 seconds for that hug, or 5.5 seconds for that very first hug, that dap up, and then
I missed it.
Oh, buddy.
But it was probably mom or dad. Was it dad?
No, I think it was like a brother or something. It was just like maybe. I think I didn't get a good look, but I think it was just a brother.
No. I thought that was Schaefer for a second.
Buddy's still like giving hugs out.
He's just Bill's on him. Came dapped him up. What's up, Bill? I think that's Bill. Might not be Bill. Look like Bill. I actually kind of know what he looks like. Who's the guy in the maroon suit walking up? Look at the guy walking behind Keyshawn Aitchison. That's hilarious. In the maroon suit. He's just like, me too, coach. Who does Calgary have in mind? That's weird they have someone take their jacket off. They always take their own jacket off. It's a little weird.
Oh, wow. I don't like that. Take your own jacket off, big guy.
Yeah. Lots of other guys have, so I don't know.
I know you just made the league, but like
you don't need the ring girls taking your jacket off.
Not yet. Can't even
you didn't get drafted to Vegas.
No, you can't even literally legally buy a drink or anything yet. Like, settle down, but also just for the respect of tradition, just take your jacket off and hand it to her, and then get the jersey. Yep. I don't know, dude. Everything's thrown off this year. Everything is thrown off this year.
Well, now they're talking to both of them in the room. What is going on here?
No, I guess it's back-to-back picks. You can't.
Yeah, but I don't think they did that with. Oh wait, no, Pittsburgh traded their second pick away. Never mind.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yep.
So the NHL knew about that because they moved the kid along.
Is the other kid along. Was Eklund? Was Eklund already in there, like standing in there talking to them, or was he just standing in there in silence talking to the blonde lady?
No, he just stood in there, and then Aitchison went in and dapped him up, and that's where we got here. This is so bad. Islanders are always a team that I think would be sick to get drafted to. I don't know why. I've just always liked the thought of the Islanders. But I don't like the thought of the Rangers. I don't know. I wouldn't like Madison Square Garden is everything, but like I don't know. I just like the Islanders.
Being a Valley boy, like from a very small town, like 740 people.
Sorry, watch that hit. That's murder. We'll come back to it. First
Okay,
hit.
it hasn't even showed up for me. But saying that I wouldn't be able to get used to the hustle and bustle. I'd rather Long Island. I've seen that hit before. He's crazy. Kashawn Aitchison is crazy. But yeah, I would much rather live on Long Island than Big Apple, right downtown Manhattan, or something, whatever it is.
And you know what they say too is most of the guys on the Rangers live on Long Island because it's cheaper and it's out of the way.
True.
But they also talk about having potential 25 to 45-minute rides just to get into work, and it's all traffic.
Yeah, that would suck.
The young guys get the apartments downtown, and the family guys go to Long Island, from what I understand.
Yeah. I would assume like some teams like Montreal has an apartment complex that is connected to the Bell Center, and they let young guys room and board in there for a certain amount of time, I believe.
Well, that's super smart of the apartment building when you have young guys making $925,000 a year and you charge them $3,000 in rent for a month.
Well, the apartment building has like a huge Habs logo on it. I'm not sure how it works, but I think like the Habs half own it. Maybe
that would make sense. Yeah,
the Molsons half own it. Maybe
they pay for their guys to live there so that they can save their paychecks.
If someone knows about that, let us know.
Calgary, pick 18. Here we go, Dak Parr. Go to Parr. What do you want? I mean, there's nothing left. Oh, there's Craig Button's brother. I see him across the room, I think that's Todd Button. Could be wrong. Right underneath red, the word red, and welcome to the Sea of Red.
Oh, yeah. Looks like
Could be him. Looks like him.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's really bugging me that I don't know who this guy is in the brown suit. And it's also really bugging me that should be one of the ugliest suits I've ever seen, but it looks fly. It's really bugging me.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know how to feel. Like, I wouldn't wear it because it wouldn't look good on me. But the way he's wearing it, stylish.
I think blue, like the light blue in the desk, and blue and brown have always like they complement each other, but they have very big contrast. But I think blue and brown, like Shoresy, the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. You know what I mean? They're really blue and brown. Is that not what they're called?
Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. Yeah.
Okay, so I've actually never like watched the show. I've seen the first 2 episodes.
You will die if you watch the show. Anyone that hasn't watched Shoresy,
I don't know. I don't have like Crave or anything like that.
Man, the kid, Jory Jorston or whatever his name, he does like a kids report, and him and Shoresy could swear at each other the whole time on the kids report. It's hilarious. I cry laughing. Who's making the pick? Oh, it's Lanny. I know this is Lanny making the pick. I saw it. Lanny was wearing a pink hat and a sun shirt, a bright blue sun shirt. He was living his best California life.
With that big mustache.
Yeah.
Legendary mustache.
Arguably the best mustache hockey has ever seen.
Could be.
There's a couple legendary ones. But his mustache game is like Joe Thornton and Brent Burns' beard game. Come on, Lanny. Don't disappoint Dakota too much here. Lanny can talk forever. He's probably saying something nice about Johnny. I could see that.
I muted you for a sec just to see if I could hear my TV. Still can't hear him.
I think he's saying something nice about Johnny. That's my guess.
Okay, that's good.
He's really giving a speech. He's going to town on this speech.
I can't wear this hat.
There you go. Oh, who'd they draft? I don't recognize him. Again. Cole Reshny. What a pick, actually. What a pick.
Bro, you actually just spoiled the shit out of that for me. I'm sorry.
Just ruined it for you.
Yeah, and that's the one guy I could have told you by face.
My bad.
Big shout out UND. Go check out
Big
our
shout out,
episode of GDT Live with Brad Schlossman from the Grand Forks Herald. We talked about Cole Reshny and Keaton Verhoff signings, along with just the legacy of greatness and success that Ralph Engelstad Arena and the rest of the arena staff and the amenities have brought to these kids over at North Dakota. They have such a great facility over there to play in. Brad talked about like the cryo chamber and like all the stuff that they can do over there at North Dakota. It's insane. It's next level stuff. So big shout out to Rashny. He's going to a great place.
Heck yeah. Colton, get on here, buddy. It's after pick 18. Let's go.
All right, Colton. Come on, big guy.
He says he got it right. Right here. Here we go. Reshny. I got it right. He did note that before I put it live, just so everyone knows he was correct.
Was that in here? Was that in his? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cole Reshny to Calgary. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Back to the room of nothingness.
Yeah.
Oh, Lanny, you're on the wrong side of the mic, big fella. Why is everyone saying Reshny is so small? He's taller than Lanny. I mean, Lanny shrunk in his age, but he's taller than Lanny.
But he's not that much taller than that lady and the blonde lady, and kind of some of the players have been like, I mean, like look at Jackson Smith, Carter Bear. Both of those guys had to like dip down to the microphone. They're also 6'3" or whatever.
Sure. How big is he? It might say on this.
I think Cole Reshny's 5'11".
5'11", yeah, probably. Let me hit the refresh on this thing. Refresh. Cole Reshny, 5'11", 180, from Victoria in the Dub. How many CHL guys? They're still really dominating. CHL is actually dominating.
Yeah.
There's been 1, 2, just 3 non-CHL players, and that's Frondell, Hagens, and Eklund. Every other player has been CHL.
Okay.
So let's throw a little shade here at the fact that people are saying, well, maybe the CHL is not the best for development and NCAA is better.
Well, let's just hold on here. Well,
I know Reshny's leaving, and I know Jackson Smith is leaving. But to get to the draft, right?
I guess, you are right. You are right. Yeah. It's only been Hagens,
Frondell, and Eklund. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean those guys were both in the Allsvenskan, right?
Yeah. And we've had Victoria, Barrie, Seattle, Tri-City, Everett, Windsor, Erie, Saginaw, Moncton, Sault Ste. Marie, Brampton, Brantford, Seattle again, Brandon, and Calgary as the CHL teams. So Seattle's the only one with 2 picks. And in 3 picks in a row, we had the American Western Hockey League teams, Everett, Tri-City, and Seattle, back to back to back. So, nice. Not bad. Not that I'm rooting for the American teams, but still WHL.
They just showed a picture of Reshny in an Oilers jersey. I don't know if you saw that. I'm obviously behind.
I missed it. Highest points per game in the WHL playoffs, it was McKenna, then Reshny, then Cristal. Barely behind McKenna, too. McKenna 2.38 and Reshny 2.27. So, like, 0.11 points per game behind him.
Not bad. Not bad.
We'll see if Colton can actually join us like he thought he'd be able to or not. I'm not sure if he can. He is working, so we understand if he can't. He's busy getting everything dialed in for Daily Face-Off in terms of the draft, but we'll see if he can pop in. I mean, and 73 people for pretty much the whole live. We've had about 50 plus people, and it's been 2 hours. So thank you everyone who is watching us while watching this draft. It's a lot of fun to have you here. We were really looking forward to doing this video today, and we're glad that it's going so well and people are hanging out and chatting with us. And again, if you do want to chime in, by all means, you can chime in on YouTube. I will be checking too. Like I can check the Twitter comments, the X comments. If anyone wants to make one, they absolutely can. And we're more than happy to answer some live chat questions there. You playing with music over there?
I was playing some music, getting the people going. It's commercial break. What are you going to do on a commercial break when the panel's talking? You need some picks from in here.
We can't hear anything.
It's also 10:47 over here. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I guess maybe that's why they didn't start at 5. Because the 30 people in Nova Scotia can't stay up.
Hey, Newfoundland's like ahead of us. They're 11.
Are 17. They? What's their time zone then?
They're half an hour ahead of Atlantic. They're just like,
what's it called?
Newfoundland, I think. You should believe it's
just Newfoundland time.
Newfoundland Standard Time or something like that. Maybe.
I don't know if the island has their own time. Oh, why is Nikki Glazer doing the St. Louis
Oh no, Blues? I hate her. I actually hate her.
Oh, to have the word glaze and glazing become like one of the more popular words out there these days, and then to have a chick named Nikki Glazer, just and she's, I don't know, she's kind of funny, but she's also gimmicky. Oh, is that Colton? Is that Colton?
Yeah, we do have Colton here.
Hey,
yo,
what's going on?
So, what do you make of the draft so far?
It's a crapshoot. It's an absolute crapshoot.
I agree.
In terms of guessing. I think it's great. I think there was a lot of players that everyone knew. I don't even know who this is that just got drafted by St. Louis. Justin Carbonneau just got drafted 19th overall. I think it's just we knew that so many people had so many different views. So many teams had so many different views on different players. And we're seeing that come to fruition with Kindle going 11th and Nesbitt going 12th, Eklund falling to 16th when maybe he goes top 5 or top 10 on if a different team is in position to draft in the top 10, right? So who knows?
Yeah.
That's another CHLer.
Yep. CHL is still running the show. Colton, we were just talking about it. There's only been 3 now out of the first 19 picks, 16 CHL players. Domination. Yeah, how are you doing on yours? What is your what's your hit rate right now?
Pop it up, Day. Let me see. Schaefer, Denoyer.
1 sec, let me get rid of the other thing.
I got Carter Bear right.
Nope.
No, I got Carter Bear wrong. Sorry, because he went to Detroit. So 3, I guess.
Okay. We have 2 right on our group one. We have Schaefer and Bear. That's it.
There you go.
Who picked Bear to Detroit? Oh, it was me. It was me, you guys. I got our second one. You're welcome.
Because Colton thought Frondell was going to the Sharks.
Yeah, but you put Martone to the Blackhawks.
Yeah, because I thought Martone was a lock at 3.
No, not over Misa.
But Misa was already gone at 2. What?
He was, and guess where? Yeah, exactly. And guess what happened?
Who do we have to erase here? I don't even think we're hitting the over under 9.5.
Not a chance, dude.
Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 picks left, and we have 2 right.
Great.
Like, not 9 picks left overall, but 9 picks that we can get correct. Because we got Coots wrong, we got Reshny wrong, and Kindle wrong, and they're all later on in the draft of the final 12 picks. So we only have 9 left that we can get.
That's not good.
Struggle bus 5,000 going on over here. I should have done my own. And guess what? I probably would still be with maybe only 1. No, I probably would have got I still would have put Misa and Frondell, I think, switched to their proper spots. But I never in a million years did I have Denoye at 4th. I had him at 5th. Like, I didn't totally demoting him, but I didn't think he was 4th.
We always have him 4.
O'Brien too. O'Brien going 8th. That surprised me. I just thought that with his name kind of went quiet, and I thought that he might drop. Like, just like you, Colton, you thought he was going 13. Like, there just wasn't much chatter about him. And there he goes, 8th overall.
Arbano to St. Louis kind of makes sense because Missouri, French,
They already drafted Zach Dean. They already drafted Zach Bolduc. They need as many French people as possible.
Well, I mean, is Zach Dean French? He might be. He played in the Q. I know that.
He's Zach Dunn.
Yeah, something like that.
Zachary Dunn. Okay, 12 left. Is there going to be a player ranked outside the top 45 that goes in the first round? Yes or no?
No, probably not.
Because I don't know who they would be, but
I can't see that happening.
Fair enough. Colton, who do you think makes the biggest jump for you? Is it Bame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dakota doesn't like the Reshny pick. What's that all about? I'm going to say why. He's sick. Because he is. How could he not? Like, of all the players that were available left, Reshny was a sick pick at 18.
Mm-hmm.
His reason for not liking it was that it's not Coots. That's his reason. So wait, not what they need. They're pretty much the same. 6 foot versus 5'11", 186 versus 180. One plays center left wing. What's the difference here?
Dakota just seems like he can't find anything to be happy about tonight.
He never finds anything to be happy about. He's always a grumpy guy.
You can't satisfy the guy.
No. They could have drafted Coots, and then they could have drafted anyone else at 31, and he would have been like, no, I'm not happy with pick 31.
What a guy.
Watch this. Next year, Cole Reshny almost makes the team out of camp, but they don't sign him, so he goes to North Dakota. But he's like, man, Reshny?
That kid from Victoria, man. Oh my God, he lit it up. Now he's gonna come to Calgary, man. Oh my God, man.
Poor guy left to go to North Dakota from Victoria.
That's exactly what Dak's gonna say.
Yeah, suck back to a Canadian city. What are we watching here?
Colton.
Is this Willie Desjardins? Is that who this is?
Yeah.
How has it been covering the draft tonight for Daily Face Off? What have you been up to?
Boring as fuck.
Give the fans some insight.
It's boring as fucking hell. We're just posting graphics and clipping everything. I'm gonna fall asleep here. I need to go smoke my 2-gram joint so I can just fucking get off to space already. I've never been more pissed at a fucking NHL event taking 3 fucking hours to get through 20 picks. Fucking pathetic.
Literally, because I started about 35 minutes after the draft started on pick 4, and we're 2 hours and 10 minutes into this. So we're close to 3 hours.
It's a good thing this is one and done.
So. We thank you to the 75 people that are in here still tuning in.
Yeah, sticking it out.
Colton just gave you his thoughts on the draft. Why don't you give us your thoughts on the draft?
Maybe a little too much outside voice of mine, but if you want me to make it PG, then it's going great. The draft is so fun. I'm very much enjoying myself.
Don't worry. I put on YouTube that this is not meant for kids. So
there you go. No, I just think just 1 sec, Riley. Just the one thing I think they could have done is not take 3 hours to go through 20 picks and not take 40 minutes to go through 2 picks. The decentralization thing is just so stupid. You can see it in the crowd. You can see it with everybody with how they're doing the Zoom calls. Like, it was only a matter of time that somebody went up there and the Zoom call didn't fucking work, and the other team sitting there like, huh? What are you saying? We can't hear you. So it's just stupid to me. So thankfully, this is a one and done thing, and next year they can move on back to a normal draft.
True.
Hopefully.
Here's Meredith Gaudreau again. Blue Jackets' second pick.
Pyotr Andreanov.
Is that who it is?
Yeah. Just got it texted to me.
From Steven?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's he? Where was he projected?
Outside of the first.
Is that outside of the top 45?
No, because there's a lot of people that believe he's better than Ravensburgen and Ivan Kovic. It's just the Russian factor. And the other thing is he's locked up until 2030, so that kind of works out perfect.
Oh, he's that kid?
Yeah, so he's locked up till 2030, and that works out really well for Columbus. Like,
was he the goalie?
Good shout, good enough. I respect her for trying her best on that name there. Good show.
You can do what you can.
It was better than Carey. It was better than Carey Price, eh?
Is he the goaltender? The Russian goaltender?
Yeah.
So we had a goalie. We have a goalie taken, and it's not Ivan Kovic, and it's not Ravensburgen. Okay, shocker. That's a shocker. I know it's not that big of a shocker because there was some real steam picking up around this kid, but I just didn't think anyone was going to actually get taken over those two. But then you look at Tampa Bay with Vasilevsky, right? He was drafted 19th. They just drafted him 20th. Tampa did not take Malcolm Subban, and they chose to take Vasilevsky, and look where we are.
Yeah. Interesting pick, nonetheless. So
yeah. What are we doing here? 2020. Why are they looking back at the 2020 NHL Draft? Oh, because they drafted Igor Chinnikov? Are they just a Russian factory? Is that what we're saying here? Even though all their Russians do better when they leave?
I don't know. I gotta bounce for a little bit, but you guys keep killing it. I will be back on after. I don't know how long you guys are gonna be on for, but
no, we'll wait for you to come back. We'll give a recap afterwards, quick if you can, and then we'll wrap it up.
I'll be around for that then.
Hopefully, this is under 2 hours and 45 minutes. Hopefully. But
Yeah,
that
hopefully.
30 minutes for 10 picks, 11 picks, I don't think they're going to hit that. Yeah, it's only 7 p.m. here. We're fine. We're fine.
We're golden, right?
Yeah.
Golden. You guys hungry?
Oh, actually, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm actually hungry. I have a water bottle. Gatorade. Sponsor us. Gatorade.
All right, I'll be back. Enjoy
See you.
yourself. Killing it, boys.
Have a good
Will
one,
do.
Colton.
All right. Fix us back up there, kind sir.
I will, sir. I will.
Beautiful. $30. Who do you think Ottawa takes here? Ottawa, to me, we had them taking Coots.
Let's resort back to Colton's mock draft. He had him taking Sasha Bowman.
Sasha Boudemian.
Nope, you just butchered that, but that's okay.
Was it Boudemian?
No, sir. No, sir.
What is it then?
That's almost worse than Zach LaRue or Maverick Lamoureux. It's Sasha Boumedienne.
Oh, Boumediene. Oh, okay. So Boumediene. Yeah, it's fine.
Sure, it's close enough. Boumediene is close enough.
Okay. Boumediene? That might be the French pronunciation.
Yes.
But
sorry, hate to be one of those people, but
on NHL TV for the next 15 years, he's going to be.
It's going to be Boumediene.
Boumediene. He's going to be all over the place.
The what was it? Liljegren? I think or is that
Timothy Liljegren?
Is that what he prefers to be called now? Liljegren? Because that's what the Sharks announcer or someone calls him. He plays for the Sharks now, am I correct?
Did he get traded there from Toronto?
Maybe I'm completely wrong.
Or is he still on the Leafs?
He's not on the Leafs, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, he's somewhere
every time I heard them say it, it was Liljegren. But I don't know. Maybe that's how he asked for them to say it. Don't know.
Oh, he hit the trade button.
Wow.
So Ottawa trades this pick.
Who was it?
It was Gary.
Oh. So they don't have a person up there?
No, there's
it just happened for me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. No celebrity rep. What do they got? Come on. It was in the Senators trade 21 first for 23 and 67. Okay, so they moved back 2 picks. So Nashville thinks that Pittsburgh is going to draft the guy they want here. And now the clock resets. Yep, we're going 3 hours.
We're at now 21.
You would think that they would have to go. They would just say the pick is in, right? But I guess not.
That's tough.
It's just anti-dramatic. The way that they did it before with everyone on the floor and even though you can't hear it, right? I don't know if everyone else gets this, but even though you can't hear the talk on the draft floor, you can feel it through the TV. You know what I mean? You can feel the chatter going on the floor, that there's a lot of different communication going on. You can feel that energy through the TV. So then when Gary Bettman comes up and everyone goes quiet because Gary Bettman doesn't come up unless there's a trade to announce, right? That's way more dramatic than him coming up and pressing a button.
That's true. It's weird. I don't like the way they're doing it.
No.
Like we've said, I think it's going back very quickly. Is it back already?
No, they just showed Schaefer. They zoomed in on him showing a scar on his shoulder. And it's definitely a story about his mom, I think. But it awkwardly just had him like standing there staring at the camera with like his shoulder. He has a scar there from I don't know what. I don't know the story behind it. But,
World Juniors, bro.
oh yeah, when he broke his collarbone. Dang, that was it was like this big. It's like his whole shoulder.
Well, they probably did. They like he went in hard, bro.
Oh yeah.
But like, so it could have been really bad. But also, they probably could have done some extra stuff to get him back in quickly enough to try and play the playoffs for Erie. But I don't know.
If you do, I guess if you open it up more and fix more, they can do more. Maybe. Rather than so a kid I coached this year, right? He has broken his collarbone 3 times. He broke it in the last game of the year, but he had no surgical scars. So I don't know if they just reset it and he just left it. But he had no, that's why I was surprised. Like, I would have noticed if the kid had a scar from here to here.
Yeah.
That's so they obviously did more extensive work on it. And, I don't know. That was major interference, too, by the way, that poor kid. He was just standing at the blue line while it was in the offensive zone. Puck not even near him, and this kid just went through the side of his shoulder and trucked him, and his collarbone just popped.
Ooh.
And the puck was not there at all. Kid got a 5 in a game for interference.
BC Midget AAA. That's some greasy stuff.
Yeah, it is. Almost as greasy as George Kittle doing the Nashville pick announcement. Just kidding. I actually like George Kittle. Guy's a funny dude.
I didn't see that.
He should be on the screen for you in a second.
He's right now.
I keep telling you what's happening, and you're like, I missed it. Wait, I'm not as far as you. I don't know who this is.
Hold on.
I keep saying, I don't even know what I said. Cameron Reed. There he is. I knew he was going to get drafted and blow all of our things. What is this pick 21? Yeah, 21. Wait, we dropped Carbonneau out of our top 32. We did a terrible, terrible mock draft as a group.
No, yeah, ours was so bad, bro.
So bad. We still only have 2 right.
Guys, go watch the video just because it was so funny and actually I don't know.
I mean, I kind of feel like this is yours and my fault.
All of our, yeah, it's all
Colton didn't start really making picks until the late 20s. He had
made
the
this one wrong.
He had the Blues, so he got the Blues wrong at 19 because he thought it was going to be Logan Hensler. He had the 2 Blue Jacket picks that he got both those wrong.
He got this one wrong.
He got the Capitals Kindle pick wrong. Not really his fault. The kid got taken way up the draft board. He got Frondell wrong. He could still get Ivan Kovic right with their second pick for the Sharks. And is this? Yeah, this is the. No, he still could get Boumediene.
No, this is pick 21, is it not?
Yeah, it's pick 21. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had him going 21 to the Sens. Watch.
Oh, on his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you mean on ours?
On ours, yeah. See, we're lost. We're so lost.
Yeah, no, ours is so bad, dude.
They knew they wanted him. They have his name on the jersey.
Again, I was going to say, how can you see that already? I forgot.
His dad's balling like a baby. I love it. I just have a hard time. I know that the goaltender pick for Columbus he's potentially a good goaltender, but a first-round pick at the risk of waiting until 2030 for his KHL contract to run up And then he could just choose to stay there. Right? Like,
yeah, I think maybe they're thinking they lost out on Askarov. Maybe? I don't know.
Columbus?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about that. Right.
No, Columbus with Andrew.
Andreano.
Yeah, Andriano. There we go.
Piotr Andriano.
And he could be a great goalie, but you're not getting him for 5 seasons minimum. He's going to be 23 before you even get, like, because the KHL doesn't care what NHL teams say.
Unless
they don't communicate. Right? It's not like your AHL team
unless you're Ken Hughes.
Yeah. No, but he didn't give them a choice. He just stole their player away. But if you go to them, right, like they didn't listen. Let's just go to the example of like development. Playoffs came and they started sitting Demidov.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, but so that's not development that Montreal wanted for the player. So they don't care.
Oh, you're saying St. Peter? Yeah.
In Russia.
I thought you were talking about like when they started sitting him against Washington. No. I was like, dude, come on.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
When he was in Russia.
Yeah, no. I agree. I agree. It's definitely a big risk. Who's even left on the like? There's some guys that Zonin was like a late first rounder, early second rounder. Same with Reed just got taken. There's some names that I definitely didn't expect to get taken this high. Nesbitt for sure. He was maybe the surprise so far for me. For like, that was wild.
Yeah.
This panel is definitely getting their money's worth tonight if they're getting paid by the hour.
Oh, definitely. They're so happy. But if they're on a salary, look at how joke this is. Look at the stuff off to the right of the set. You can see like the background, the backstage stuff off to the side.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That is so Bush League.
Wow.
They're doing so bad with this.
Oh, the pick is in. Pittsburgh Penguins.
Let's see who they take. His son again. Drafts. Bill's on it. Bill! I just ruined it for you again. Dakota right away. Fuck. Pittsburgh with a fucking stud.
Bro, you ruin everything. Q guy again. CHL. Thank you.
Dax says Pittsburgh just won the draft.
Where's my phone? Oh, it's charging.
Not true at all. I still think it's the Islanders right now with obviously Schaefer, but with Eklund too. Oh, and Aitchison. Okay, yeah, the Islanders win. The Islanders win this draft. Aitchison, Eklund, and Schaefer. What a round. The Flyers are close second, I think, depending on who they take with their third pick. The fact that they have Martone. Well, I guess they took Nesbitt. I don't know. Maybe Nesbitt. And who did Nashville took Reed and Haggett? No, sorry, Reed and Martin. There. Actually, I don't think Nashville has won their draft at all.
No, dude. No.
Nashville has had arguably
Martin's not a top 10 pick. Brady Martin's not a top 5 pick. Not a top 10 pick. Not a top 15 pick. Maybe a top 15 pick. I don't know. But like, I just think if you're looking for a guy to take this early in the draft, you're probably wanting a little bit of offensive upside, I know Brady Martin is the guy that, like Steve Nellis has said, he's the guy that's going to help you win in the playoffs. But like, I don't know if he's going to be the guy that's going to put up 40 points plus in the regular season. I mean, not 40 points, 40 goals plus in the regular season, let alone 20. He could be like a 15, 20 goal guy on like a third or fourth line, but maybe, I don't know. You need that consistency if that's going to work.
Yep. I'm happy for Zonin, though.
Sorry.
I mean, lots of people had him dropping out of the first round.
Well, for sure. I just said he was a late first, early second. That's what I projected, but.
And they have the name on the jersey, so they wanted him and they targeted him. I haven't seen much of his game.
He dominated Halifax in the second round. Him and Ruan Aranda. Feels on him was up there.
He reminds me so much of Jermaine Lowen. He skates super lanky. Super, super lanky. Uses his long legs in unorthodox ways to get around the ice. And he also kind of looks like Boko Imama out there when Boko Imama was killing it in St. John's.
Yeah, I did like him.
He was a Tampa draft pick, so I love Boko.
True.
Who actually, ironically, isn't he with Pittsburgh right now?
I believe so.
Yeah. Or is he with Ottawa? Where is he right now? I'll look it up.
I thought it was Pittsburgh.
I love Boko so much. I wish we never traded him away. He is with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Also played for the Coyotes, Senators, Lightning, Canadiens. He's been around the block a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Happy for Bill Zonin.
No. Happy for everyone that got drafted, and like props to everyone, but
oh, definitely, yeah. It's not just him, but he's just the most recent one.
No, just him alone, right?
just him.
Pick 23. Here we go.
I'm still
2 hours and 32 minutes.
I'm still shocked at Kindle and Nesbitt back to back. I'm still struggling with that. Even Bill, like Zonin's still a jump, and you hope he works out, right? But it's a big jump from potentially not a first rounder to 22nd overall. About 10 picks approximately that he jumped.
Whoa. Okay.
What?
And next time that Ottawa dressing room pops up, check to see who the 93 and 65 jerseys are. Because, like, I thought I saw the 93 jersey start with a Z.
Are they just showing them?
Well, they're
wait. Would that be like Legends? Who's that guy? Oh, why am I blanking his name? He played for the Senators, started with the Z, his last name. What the heck was his name? And he was kind of a star. Was he number 93?
It wouldn't be that because Brady Tkachuk's jersey is in there. He might be their captain, but he's not a Sens legend.
Zub? Is it Artem Zub?
No, he's not number 93. And
where is he? Zibanejad.
Is it really?
Oh, they have Eric Carlson, Nick Foligno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Odd.
I guess it is a Legends wall, I guess.
Who's 85? Who's like
Jake Sanderson?
Shabbat's on there. Like, why are they like what?
So it's like it's their top players and Legends.
I don't like that.
No. Just do Legends next time and retired Legends like Alfredson.
Yeah.
Not guys still playing in the league on other teams.
Alfredson, Chara, those guys. Craig Anderson.
Spezza. Chris Kunitz. Not Chris Kunitz. What the heck's his name? The defender.
Tom Green.
Who?
This guy on screen, Tom Green with the dog.
Oh, I know who they drafted. It shows. See it.
Logan Hensler from University of Wisconsin. The Badgers.
Oh, come on. This needs to speed up. I don't want to take away from picks 24 to 32, but they have to find a way to up the pace.
For sure. They definitely do.
Like, my cats are asleep. That's how slow this is going.
Oh, yeah.
I find in person it actually goes faster when it's the when it's just the centralized draft, when it's not decentralized.
Yeah, no, I get you. I don't like the way this is going. I know we've touched on that a lot.
What is what's the consensus on X right now? Hold up, I guess I'll check our comments, just see if anyone.
I don't think there is any comments on X. I do not believe.
Oh, I want to live chat. There we go. Nope. Feel free to if you want to, though, anybody.
Did you just read Dak's thing in the chat?
Oh, the Oilers are in on Isaac Howard per Bob McKenzie. I have to read it. What do you say?
No, he's just he's Dak.
Talking about Zibanejad?
Yeah. Sorry, Dakota.
I offered him to come in the chat, and he said, I'm at a wedding, right? Yet you're still watching the draft there, big guy.
And apparently you're still watching this anyway because you texted us something back about this and what we said. So thanks for watching, Dakota. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks, big guy. Oh, it looks like they kind of moved him. That was one of the faster interviews in there.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
He traded back just to have technical difficulties.
Tough. What did he just say? Yeah, keep roasting, bud.
So he's clearly watching.
Yeah.
No one's roasting. Just a healthy conversation.
No, we're roasting.
It's about a love between friends. Okay, your choice, not in the top 4, best pick of the draft so far.
Not in the top 4?
Yeah.
Eklund to New York. I would say Hagens to Boston, but I think New York getting Eklund that low is kind of a steal.
Yeah.
Dak just said Cooch. Dak, you have to say it in the YouTube chat, you silly guy, so we can throw it on the screen. Don't text the group chat.
Maybe it's the one that we got right. Do I just really like Carter Barrett 13 to Detroit?
Yeah, could be. Thought they were going Eklund there.
Yeah, it's hard because they passed on Eklund, and I really do like Eklund to the Islanders. I also like Aitchison at 17 to the Islanders. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll go with Bear. I like Carter Bear.
Dakota says he doesn't have an account, so he's not commenting on our video. Nice, Dakota.
Must be tough that it's a free account.
He said Nesbitt.
He likes Nesbitt.
Yeah, okay. That surprised me, and I don't know if I like that high.
Time will tell, because I don't really know much about Nesbitt, I guess.
Neither do I, but I'd never really heard anything about him going that high, ever.
Yeah. Is Malcolm Spence about to fall out of the first round?
He might.
Are we gonna watch him drop? Who else hasn't been drafted? Neither has Lyndon Lakovic or Lakovic, however you want to say it. They're the only two. We had them 14 and 17. They're the only two really that haven't gone.
I keep watching like all these teams in their dressing room, and it just looks so awkward.
Yeah, it looks dumb.
They look like just put it on the, I don't know, the teams on the draft floor, and then you can like have teams conversing with each other. The calls, they're like, I don't know, the action's all there. You can like
another trade.
Oh, Jake O'Brien! It says Jake O'Brien on the screen.
Yeah, I know. It's just the.
Oh shit!
When it zooms out, yeah, I literally was about to say, why does it say Jake O'Brien?
I was like, whoa, what?
Oh, this guy is reading the trade. Whoever this is.
Who is this?
I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't know him. Kings trade 24th overall to the Penguins for 31st and 59th. Is that the fourth pick for the Penguins this round? Yeah, because they have 31 now. So they have 11, 22, 24, and 31. Wait, did they just trade 31 away? I didn't see that. It might have.
I will be right back.
Sounds good. I will carry. I totally missed that. I need to go to X to find that out. Yeah, Alan Walsh is just saying the entire first round of the NBA draft was 2 hours. The NHL is trying this thing, and they're failing right now. We are at 2 hours and 45 minutes. We were at 2 hours and 14 minutes at pick, what was it, 18, 19? And we've gone 4 or 5 picks in half an hour. That means it's going to take an additional hour to almost go the last 8 picks, which is just ridiculous. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. I blanked who Pittsburgh or who LA traded away. Okay, let's come over here. This should have it more accurate. Oh, they did trade the 31st pick. Okay, so Pittsburgh still only has 3 picks in the first round. But they want to draft 24th overall. Let's see who they take. Shall we? Who do you guys think? If you are on YouTube, leave a comment. I know X isn't really working for the comments right now, but let's try and get the chat going, because, man, this is taking forever. I haven't had dinner yet. I don't know how many of you haven't had dinner yet, but dinner was almost 3 hours ago. I think we're going to end up, this is going to be a 3.5 hour recording when it's all said and done, which I think is going to be crazy. And like we just saw there, Alan Walsh said that the NBA draft took 2 hours. So I'm all for giving these kids their moment. You have to give them their moment. But it's the in-between that is taking too long. We don't need 5 to 8 minutes between each pick, almost 10 minutes in some cases. Letang didn't even come up with his kid for this pick. That's how done Letang is with the draft. Let's see who they take. It's a long message. Good job, Mini Letang. William Horkoff. Okay. Well, that's more of a shock than I think most people were ready for. 24th overall, they traded up. Pittsburgh traded up for William Horkoff. I am a little bit confused by this. I don't quite understand why they traded up for him. Perfect time to come back, Dayton. Pittsburgh trades for pick 24 from LA to draft William Horkoff.
Just saw that. Don't know if I understand that.
I thought I saw rumblings that Pittsburgh really liked Malcolm Spence. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I thought I saw rumblings that Pittsburgh liked Malcolm Spence. And you'd think if they were going to trade up that would be the guy that you get, but
I don't know, man. Like this draft has been all over the place. It literally has, and I don't understand half these picks.
This is always what happens too, like we said a little bit ago when Colton was in here, when teams value different things and different players so much. Obviously, this guy's related to
Sean
Horkoff, because Sean Horkoff's in the bottom right. I don't know if it's his son. My bad for not knowing. Could be his nephew. I don't know. But so many teams are valuing so many guys so differently in the first 60 picks. It's not even the first 32 picks. It's the first 64 picks that we have no idea what is going to happen as it continues, and we still don't. We're so wrong. It's not even. We're starting to get to the point where we didn't even have these guys on our board.
No, period. Most of these guys like that have just came up. Horkoff, another guy. I think I had Coots, but Nesbitt wasn't there, and he definitely wasn't there that early for me.
Kindle was way back.
The goalie Andrianov was not there. Reed was not there.
No. Now Horkoff.
Who was the Swede? The Swedish kid that I picked?
Stock or something like that.
What was his first name? I forget.
Stocksellius. I have it right.
Stocksellius, Leo Stock or something. Yeah. Theo Stocksellius.
Yeah. You have him going 32nd. Jeez, Dubas looks like he's put on the pounds. Dubas, what is Pittsburgh life doing to you, my guy?
It's just a tight pullover season, you know?
Jeez. I pack the pudge myself, but Dubas is packing some pudge.
Alrighty. It's the dad.
Is that him playing with Oliver Moore? Is that who that number 14 is?
At Michigan State or NTDP?
And NTDP.
At TDP, I think William Moore was number 14.
Yeah. Most recent players drafted in the first round with fathers. Okay, so yeah, he's John Horkoff's kid. Horkoff, Baudouin, Iginla, Daniil Butt, and Gabe Perreault. I did not know Gabe Perreault's dad was Yannick Perreault. I just learned that right now.
I did not know Cole Baudouin. Oh, Eric Baudouin. I don't know who that is, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know who Eric Baudouin is, but I did not know that Yannick Perreault is Gabe Perreault's dad.
Daniel Boot. It'll be interesting when he comes into the league, I think.
I think next year. I think he can come to Arizona next season.
Utah, but
yeah, Utah. I was thinking of him on the draft stage in his Arizona jersey.
It was him and Simashev like back to back, was it not, or something?
Yeah, they drafted the double Russian. Wasn't Danil like 6th overall?
And both of those Russians went before Michkov.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Michkov went 5th, and I think Butt went 6th.
Michkov went 7th, did he not?
Did he? Hold up. I have it open already on a page here when I was looking at the drafts. Here it is, right here, 2024.
Matvei Michkov, 7th to Philly.
Oh, I'm in the second round.
Am I not? I think I might be correct.
Am I in the wrong year? I'm in the wrong year. Hold up. Let me go back to 2023. Okay, here we go. Yes, Simashev went 6th, Michkov 7th, and Daniil Butt went 12th.
Okay, fair. They went back-to-back Russian picks. They didn't go back-to-back picks, but back-to-back Russians on their picks.
Yes.
Cool.
3 Russians in the top 12 too, and we've had 1 Russian in the first round this year.
Yeah, a goalie.
Crazy. Yeah, not even a skater yet. Which is always bad because there's always some Russian that no one knows anything about, say Kucherov, Panarin, etc., right? And then they just come in the league and they're just like, hey, by the way, I'm a stud.
Who was Askarov? We were talking about him earlier. I think
Nashville.
No, but he was in San Jose. Did he get traded again? Or is he still in San Jose's farm system?
But he lost the crease and went down to
the Barracuda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think guys like him, like he was a goaltender that played 4 years at the World Juniors, and this was a guy playing under Valery Bragin, a coach in Russia that usually brought a team full of 19-year-olds. You were not getting on Valery Bragin's team if you were under 19, and if you were, you had to be a very good 18-year-old. And Askarov played in the Russian net at the World Juniors for 3 out of 4. He had the crease, but he was there for 4 World Juniors. So it shows he's a good goaltender, and he always has been a highly touted prospect, although he just hasn't translated it to the NHL.
And yet he's what, 22, 21? Yeah. Like he's
my age, yeah.
Yeah. So there's so much room for growth. I still think if you put him, Wallstead, Kosa at the end of their careers, we're still going to be saying that Askarov is the better goalie. I still believe that.
What are they doing with Chicago right now?
I don't know. It might have been someone who passed away or something, but then I think that same guy just came up and is talking at the mic.
I think so. Is that Sam Bowman? No. He's the Oilers GM. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. You're thinking of his dad, but his dad lives in Tampa, so.
He just said turn himself into a Blackhawks
Vaclav something? I think he just said Vaclav something. Yep, Vaclav Nestrasil. How did I get that? That's crazy.
That's crazy that, yeah.
I was feeling it on that mouth reading.
Nice, dude. Nice. The two, they've shown those, like, maybe just like a plethora of Blackhawks fans, and like they've shown like 2 of them, 3, maybe 4 of them the whole time. And
yeah,
props. That's what you get when there's only 300 fans in attendance instead of like an arena full.
Exactly. Oh yeah, the whole vibe, it's all off. Is this kid? I wonder when this kid's going to be able to come over from the Russia.
He's in the USHL, bud.
I wonder when he's going to be able to come up from the USHL.
He's also Czech.
I wonder when he's going to come to the NCAA. Oh, my bad.
That's okay.
When you have a name like Vaclav.
Yeah, true, but it's the Nestrasil part, I think, because lots of people think of Nestorov, Nikita Nestorov. That's where I would assume most people, yeah. Nestrasil. True. Former Montreal Canadian for like a third of a season.
Former Calgary Flame?
No. That was Nemesnikov we had.
No, you didn't have him. You had Nestorov.
Did we? Nikita.
Nemesnikov's been on. We traded him to New York.
Yeah, then it was Nestorov.
New York to San Jose. San Jose to Tampa. Tampa to Winnipeg. Yeah.
Also, another like random Montreal blue liner, James Wisniewski.
Oh, I love James.
Yeah,
love James. Wasn't he Columbus for a long time?
Yeah.
He was sick in Columbus. Kind of like Eric Carlson. He was on a crappy team. He could just go.
Since we're on a pause right now, name the most random NHL player that you could think of.
I win this every time because he might be my favorite player of all time, Maxim Afinogenov. I love him.
I love that name. I will tell you, if you were, I was thinking about this guy the other day actually, because someone spelled like a Russian name wrong. I also think of him a lot because of the World Juniors. But good shout. That is a really good shout.
I love
him. Maxim Afinogenov.
If you don't know his game because you're young, go look him up. Go look at him scoring off his back like 5 times. No, other people.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I remember him scoring at the World Juniors, and like that's where I've heard his name. I heard Gord Miller, like Maxim Afinogenov. Like I've heard that.
Might be, how do I word this properly in terms of speed? There are faster players than him, but I don't know if I've seen anyone play as fast as him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, he just zipped, and it was chaos. It wasn't coordinated speed. It was just I'm just going to go to the net as fast as possible, and whatever happens, happens. There was no calculation.
Oh. Okay, wait, they're not doing it yet. Hold on. Let me get my random player. Wojtek Wolski.
I don't know if that was that random. Lots of people know Wojtek Wolski.
I know, but like if you ask a kid nowadays who Wojtek Wolski is, they're like,
yeah. True.
I don't know.
But they'd also say that about like Stan Smeel.
Yeah, I guess.
They'd be like, who? Be like, the guy in the rafters, number 12 on the Canucks? Who's this? Riker Lee. Nashville goes off the board as well.
Brother, I thought you were talking about the guy on screen. And then you already just blow it out of the water here with another, like, ruining my pick.
Sorry. Oh, you were gonna guess.
You're like dangling like my voodoo doll over the cliff and like
gotcha.
Just kidding. It was this guy.
I bet if you went to your TV remote and hit like fast forward once, you'd catch up.
Sliced my finger on a plastic tote today.
On a tote?
On a plastic tote. You know how you have to like clip like.
Yeah.
I went and like.
And it's sliced. Clutch. Plastic totes trying to take over the world. Hide your kids.
Yeah, do that.
You know that movie that just came out, like, what's it called? 2K or year 2K, where like all the appliances and everything in the world comes to life. It's got the chick who plays Snow White, and it looks stupid.
No,
I saw a trailer for it.
I'm not a big movie guy.
No, I just saw a trailer for it, and I was like, that's ridiculous. where literally they're at like a house party and then it hits midnight on the year 2000 and all the electronics come alive, like toasters start shooting forks at people and murdering them, like just
That's
absolutely
crazy.
abysmal looking movie.
I saw a movie. They're doing advertisements for now. It's called Megan. It's about that girl, like the AI robot. Like some person made like an AI robot to play with her daughter, but then it like turned evil and like tried to kill them. They're making like a new one. It was kind of a scary movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe I've seen that.
Megan or Meg, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
commercials are out of control. The bathwater Dr. Squatch Sydney Sweeney commercials.
Dude, any commercial nowadays is crazy. My grandmother will just be sitting there in the living room and just say, Dayton, what's this commercial mean? I'm like, Nanny, you don't have to understand because you won't. Trust me, you won't.
You're gonna be lost. Holy, can we mention that we just ticked over 3 hours and 1 minute? And
props to Riley, because he was here first doing this for like 40 minutes before I was able to get home. But
literally 40 extra minutes. I missed about 40 minutes of the draft on top of the 40 minutes before you came. Like, we should be at almost 4 hours. Colton was here at pick 19, and we were at 2 hours and 14 minutes. We are at pick 27. We've gone 8 picks in 45 minutes. It's going to be a 4-hour production. That's ridiculous. And then you were gone quick. Alan Walsh just tweeted just a few minutes ago, by the way, the NBA's entire first round took 2 hours for them to do their draft.
Wow.
So they were done pick 32 a whole hour ago. Because I think they have maybe 30 teams. I don't know if it's 32. I forget how many teams they have. But this seems so unpracticed, so unrefined. Like, did they not do a dry run with someone pretending to be Gary Bettman, with someone pretending to be a general manager, and they did did they not do a dry run of the production and go, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do a 4-hour long production.
It didn't seem like they did dry runs on the Zoom side because stuff has not been going well all night long.
And they keep showing the panel in the background off to the right of the stage. Like, they're just...
It's not put together very well, I'll say that.
No, and this, compared to how perfect it was last year, it's almost like they're using a whole different production company or something. Like, do they use local production companies or do they have their own production company?
It would be
Yeah, look at the table off to the right, and then they come back in here.
Obviously, like, this stuff going on right now is by Sportsnet. Sportsnet probably... It depends on the ruling that the NHL put on the people allowed inside. So Sportsnet might have paid for their own company to come, but they also could have contracted local cameramen and to come and just shoot this.
They are in LA. It's the king. Actually, this is even more disappointing. They're in LA, the king of television.
Yeah,
and they can't get it right.
That's tough. That is kind of tough.
Yeah. Like,
here we go.
Gary just made the pick without bringing up someone? Okay, Lyndon Lakovic. Oh, I ruined it for you. I'm sorry. I forget you're behind. Sorry. That was so literally right as it came out of my mouth. I was like, oh no. As right as I said lack, I had to commit, but I was like, I messed up. That's just so brutal. What pick is this? 27?
5 more picks. Whoa.
I'm gonna spoil them all. But try not to. Another CHL kid, though. We kind of got away from it a little bit there. Not really, actually. There was two NCAA and 2 USHL players, but so they're up to 8, right? 8, 9. Yeah. 9 non-CHL so far. Should have done that over under. At 9.5.
Still would have been cooked, maybe. Shout out to the CHL though.
Linden's 6'4". It is the day where everyone wants to draft big. Yeah, Nestrasil's 6'6". William Horkoff is 6'5". Hensler's 6'3". I mean, even Riker Lee, who was just before this, is 6'1". Bill Zonin 6'2". Cameron Reed only 6 foot. Well, as a defenseman, he's smaller than all these guys. The goalie
or Nashville.
Yeah. Andreanov's only 6 foot as a goalie, and they're worried about Jack Ivankovic. There's an inch difference in these guys' height. What are they worried about with Ivankovic? Do you think we see 2 goalies go now in these last both?
Maybe, actually. It depends. San Jose's got that 31st pick, don't they?
30th
pick.
And yeah, so Pittsburgh traded 31 to LA. But we have Carolina, who doesn't really have a goaltender in their prospect pool, who could use one. They have pretty much everything else kind of covered. They're looking at Freddie Anderson gone. They have Pyotr Kochetkov.
Joshua Ravensburgen.
Do they get Joshua Ravensburg? Do they like Jack Ivankovic? Jack Ivankovic in a Carolina Hurricanes uniform would go so hard. I would love that.
But I mean, Joshua Ravensburgen in a Carolina Hurricanes jersey would also go kind of hard too.
Yeah. And does LA San Jose shouldn't take a goalie with Askarov. But does LA take a goalie? Look who they have. Kemper and Copley. Do they take one? Is this another? Did he lose his dad
they could. But they also have Carter George.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. Never mind. They're not taking a goalie.
I think they're good.
They're fine. I forgot. What about Winnipeg? They only have Connor Hellebuck. He's a sieve in the playoffs. Should they get a goalie?
Probably, because Eric Comrie's also not like too reliable. But like, shouldn't say that he's not good.
Yeah, I don't mind Eric Comrie.
A minute and, well, oh my God, a minute 40 left.
Oh, you're like 25 seconds behind. I'm at like a minute 15.
Gosh,
it was at 126 when you started to say how much time was left for me. I'm just about to tick under.
You're 20 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm just about to I just ticked under a minute as they cut away to the draft room for Winnipeg. Talk about Winnipeg's guys being tired. Oh, Dakota started. He started one. What's up, brother?
Nice, Dakota. Good stuff.
Hope you're enjoying your mother-in-law and new father-in-law's wedding, I guess. Congratulations to Catherine. Shout out, Catherine.
And Len?
Getting married. You think this is Noah Spence? He thinks it's Noah Spence. It's the Winnipeg Jets.
Noah Spence.
Or am I saying no? What am I? Malcolm Spence. Where am I going with Noah? Malcolm Spence. I don't know. I've said Malcolm Spence like 8, 9 times today. Oh, hey, there's Comrie. Speak of the devil. Let me spoil this pick for you. Let me spoil this pick. Call me a dummy. I literally just messed it up for the first time tonight. I won't spoil this for you.
Okay.
Unless you do.
It's okay. I'm like 20 seconds. I'll just mute you. You can say whatever you want. I can't hear what you're saying now.
Are you sure? Sasha Boumediene to the Winnipeg Jets. You were wrong, Dakota. You were on it right away, though. How did you know before I did that it was Boom? Guy's on it.
He said it right. Sasha Boumediene.
Hey, Dak called it. A minute before I knew it, he said Boom. Because he's nuts. There you go. Come on. 4 more picks. Let's get this done in the next, I want to say 10 minutes, but it's going to be 20. This has been insane.
It's kind of wild.
Look at all his family. He's got 75 people there with him. His dad's live streaming from his phone. Probably not. He's just videoing.
That's kind of wild.
Now all of his buddies. Holy cow, he actually has so many people there.
Wow. That's a lineup.
We just talked about it, Dak. Here, throw that up there. Talk about Spence till he goes. I'm starting to think he's dropping out of the first round because of his height.
Yo, they should have a 3 handshake per person limit.
It's hard because like in the
joking.
I was gonna say when the staff is on stage, 100% doesn't need to be 15 people he shakes the hand of. But when it's family stuff, I'm totally fine. It could be 50 people. Be like, let him have it. All those people have watched you grow up. Get in there.
Oh yeah, I don't even care. But like in this sense, nobody else like at a regular draft, I'm fine with it. Here,
could Comrie not do his hair for this?
No, Comrie did his hair. It's just like wild.
Yeah, what? Comrie, my guy. He looks so awkward. He's like, I've played 20 NHL games since I was drafted. He's like, why am I up here? I was drafted 12 years ago, and I've played 20 NHL games as a backup goaltender. What am I doing here? Poor Comrie.
Comrie, another one of those Canadian World Junior goalies that has yet to really find it in the NHL. I've said this before. I've said Canadian World Junior goalies, other than like the ones before, you had like Manny Legacy, Carey Price. Those guys have gone on to like have great NHL careers, but there's like recently, like Fucali was supposed to be a top goaltender. Like,
yeah.
Everyone knows the guy that used to play for the Flyers was supposed to be a top goaltender. Like,
what about like even like Tampa drafted Dustin Tokarski? Dustin Tokarski was supposed to be a good goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, all he had was that one good run for Montreal. He took them to game 6 or 7, of the Eastern Conference Finals against New York when Carey Price got out. But like, that wasn't really much there.
He's in Buffalo now, and he's taking Devin Levi's spot.
Here, let's see what Dakota says. I hate that they go into that little room and talk to the GMs. That's not needed. Do your phone calls behind the scenes saying this is a dream come true. I'm overseeing them all day. The same thing. I'll say the same thing.
Yeah. No, I think we've talked about it a couple times. It's a joke, the setup. Because like this is exactly what it says. We're excited to have you as a part of our organization. The player says, I'm excited to be there. End of discussion. Every single kid. And I'm not even watching Or I'm not even listening, sorry. And I know that's what they're saying. Oh, he was at the draft. He was Columbus's draft kid back whenever. Cool. And Dakota, too, part of this is like the reason we've literally been here 3 hours and 15 minutes because that little side room is not timed properly. It's been anywhere from a minute and a half to 10 minutes where someone's been in there. It's been ridiculous.
I would go 10 minutes, but like
when they had the two prospects in there that were drafted back to back, they were in there like 8 minutes.
Tough. How much? A minute 50 on the clock for the Canes.
I have like 126. This is just insanity.
We have hit midnight, folks.
Holy cow. Yeah, we have hit 8 p.m. I think my wife and my child are both napping because it got very quiet downstairs. Oh, 2025 first rounders. Canada 18, US 4, Sweden 3, Czechia 2, Russian 1.
And it's a goalie. They have the only goalie.
Yeah. That there's going to be a couple Russian studs. Like we talked about Ivan Ryabkin. He hasn't been taken yet.
He'll be good.
Oh, Dakota's a minute ahead of us. He was at 38 seconds when I was at 126. I'm only at 34 now. Wild. Is there a better hair combo in the NHL than Eric Tulsky and Rod Brindamore? Rod with his one little patch of gray and Tulsky with his crazy orange fro. I can hear your TV, by the way. I can hear David Rember.
Thanks for telling me. I turned that down.
All right. I'm sure we'll be fine. It's not like we have 50 million views, so I don't think anyone will really care. But
again, for the 80 people that have stuck around here, thank you.
Yes, thank you for being
here. It's midnight. I very much so want to go to sleep and eat some food, but there's 4 picks left.
Yeah. We'll be here till 1 a.m. your time. Dude, it has taken an hour to go from 19 to 28.
Yeah.
And there's 4 more picks. Oh, Dakota, there's Malcolm Spence, Cullen Potter, guys like Ravensburg and Jack Ivankovic. Actually, I should just pull up someone's mock draft.
Like you just said, Ivankovic might look really good here in a Canes jersey.
I'll go friend of the show, Steven Ellis, 2025 mock draft. Let's look at Stevens. Just going to see who he's got taken. He had Martin at 6, so not too far off there. Martone at 7, Murtka at 8. He had Murtka going to Seattle. He got that right.
He had Martone at 7?
Yeah, Martone at 7, yeah.
Holy smokes, who did he have at 3?
Frondell, I think.
Oh my gosh.
He had Aitchison at 12. Eklund at 13 to Detroit, where we thought he should go. He had Lyndon Lakovic at 14 to Columbus, and we just saw him go. He had Carbonneau at 15, who also just went not that long ago. He had Bear at 16. Logan Hensler at 17, who went close to that because that was Aitchison. Benjamin Kindle at 18, even though he went up higher.
He went like
O'Reilly at 19. Cam Reed. He has Malcolm Spence at 21, who has not gone yet. He has Blake Fiddler at 22, who has not gone yet. Ravensburgen at 23, who has not gone yet. Mason West at 24, who has not gone yet. Braden Coots at 25. Sasha Boudemian at 26.
Mason
Milton
West,
Gastrin.
interesting.
Yeah, Mason West at 24. You think they're trading it, Dakota? Or I guess you're ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's at NASCAR? Sick. Oh no, they're definitely drafting. Oh, it's William Byron, not the player, the NASCAR guy. Oh, and there's the trade. Yep, good call, Dak. Good call. Hold up, we should have thrown that up there for you. We have a trade to announce. You are our trade to announce, Dakota. Yeah, Milton Gastrin hasn't been taken. Henry Brewsterwitz, he has 28, hasn't been taken. Nesbitt was taken. Max Seneca, 30th overall, hasn't been taken. William Horkoff has, and Riker Lee has. What's the trade? Hurricanes trade 29th overall pick to the Blackhawks for 34, 62, and a 5th-round pick next year. So Chicago trades out of the first round altogether. Or sorry, Carolina trades out of the first round altogether. Chicago jumps in.
I hate how if they make the trade, then they
Yeah, and then it's just this little bar at the bottom. Why is it not big and bold? Why is it not put on the screen?
No, I mean, you make the trade the pick, and then you give them 3 more minutes.
Yeah, they should. If they're going to make the trade, they should know who they want, right? It should be immediate. Up to the stage, make the pick.
Yeah. Or will they have to friggin' open a new Zoom call now and join this Zoom link? And
yeah, see, because in person they could have just walked up, which I think they do normally.
Yeah, make sure your microphone is turned on. Make sure we have good connection. I don't know. Not a fan.
There's a whole bunch of guys here that haven't been taken. Steven has Shane Van Sagi. He has Colin Potter. He has Jacob Rombach. He has Danil Prokhorov. There's Nestrasil. He went. He has Simon Wang, who Stephen Ellis is very high on Simon Wang. Kerbin Limitov, Cole McKinney, Semyon Frolov, Eric Nilsson, Jacob Wozniak, he has Jack Murtaugh, 45. We could see someone's number 45 get taken in the first round here.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Jack could get taken. Has anyone here been taken that's low for him? He has Cameron Schmidt at 49. Bame at 50.
Well, he's small. He's very small.
Did William Moore get picked? No.
No.
Okay. No William Moore. Okay. Alexander Sarhovsky. I'm just trying to find anyone that maybe jumped, but I don't think so. He has Theo Stockcelius at 59, so I think you're out of luck with him at 32.
Damn. I was looking at Craigslist for that one. Everyone, go check out our episodes, our live episodes on GDT Live, and our podcast episodes with Stephen Ellis. At least we've had Stephen on the podcast, on the GDT Live episodes. We've also had Greg Button on the GDT Live this Monday. So go check out that. We talked a little bit about the draft. Obviously, if you want to get some more insight from their point of view, go check those out.
So I just want to note this too. That just took 10 minutes. We haven't had the pick until now. Now we have the pick. It just was made. You're going to be surprised. I see who it is.
Mason West.
Mason West. There is so much talk about him because he's going back to play his senior year of high school hockey so he can play his senior year of football as a quarterback. And apparently, right now, he's a 3-star quarterback who could up himself to a 4-star and get an NIL scholarship to play football in university, even though he's already apparently gone to Michigan State. What is the concern level here that he sees a bigger paycheck in the NFL?
I think obviously he probably wants to go hockey. I think hockey would give him the more longevity in his career. I'm strictly putting the names in the comments. I'm hoping I ruin it for Day. Anyways, Edina High School, the Hornets, have a very, very highly touted hockey program. I know that for a fact. They have a great rivalry with the Minnetonka Skippers and a few other schools. Go watch Dream State on YouTube. If anyone wants a little bit more background on the Minnesota State High School Hockey League or the state tournament, they do a great job covering that. But I watched a lot of that. I know that Edina has a lot of pride in their hockey program. I'm sure they have a lot of pride in their football program. And I think that Mason West, as a high school player, as a high schooler, he's that age. Yep. I think the biggest thing for him right now would be to try and go back and because I'm also sure Edina would have some sort of accomplishment award for doing that there, playing both sports, winning 2 state championships back-to-back years, separate sports. There's more than just more than just money. I think goes into it for him right now.
They're showing his pocket presence in his NHL Draft video. Mobility. What is I get that it makes him an athlete for sure, but what does it do on the ice? It is not a translatable sport. No. It's not translatable whatsoever. It's single down situations versus an ongoing flow of hockey. It's not. And talk about accuracy. What does that matter? He's not Hail Marying it all the way down the ice. Yeah. He's mad at me. He throws dimes. He's mad. Dakota's yelling at me. He might throw dimes, but can he score?
For all you football fans, get out of here. This is our season still. You guys will have yours soon.
Actually, our starts before theirs and ends after theirs.
What do you mean?
The NFL only goes.
When does the NFL season start?
It's late. Isn't it November?
I don't know. I don't care about the NFL.
Oh, I don't know. Might be November. Dakota, tell us when the NFL starts if you know.
Yeah, tell us, Dakota.
But I'm pretty sure that the NHL starts at least training camp before the NFL starts their season. He says he doesn't know.
What a great fan.
I got dogs whining that want to go to the bathroom. We have taken another 5 minutes since that pick. Did you notice there they skipped the room though? They didn't even put him in the room. He just walked by.
That's true. They might be having technical problems.
They might just be like, "We're so sorry to ruin this for you."
Do you want to go let your dogs out?
4 hours.
Do you want to go let your dogs out? We can throw up the "Be Right Back" graphic for like 30 seconds until the next pick is up, or I can just carry it.
Okay. It's all right. It's all good.
September 4th, he says.
September 4th. Okay, so yeah, their season starts first. Oh, right. Who's this chick with again? The WWE girl? San Jose. Right, San Jose. Do they go goalie? No, they don't go goalie here.
What are you talking about, WWE girl?
This girl, Bailey from the WWE. I just heard him say it when she announced the Misa pick. She's from San Jose. They did it. They went goaltender. I didn't say who. Also, I was being antagonized and yelled at. Joshua Ravensburg.
You didn't ruin it. I'm sorry for flipping off the camera. That was bad. Sorry, but Dakota, you're not ruining anything for me. It's midnight. I will not let you ruin anything for me. The NHL has ruined my night by making me stay up this late.
It is joking. You're gonna get flagged for that one. I think they're comment warrior.
I just saw it.
Maybe not. I don't really know YouTube's rules.
Yeah, I don't think I'm putting that one on screen. Sorry, Dad.
No, we're not putting that one on screen. Go check the live comments if you want to see that on YouTube.
Yeah, most of these people on Twitter are like, "Who's Dakota? Who's this?" Like, Dakota is another member of the Game Day Terps podcast. He likes to get under our skin, and he's very good at it.
Very good at it. Makes me cry sometimes. My baby boy definitely just woke up, and he is not happy.
I hear him. Tell him I said hello.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Well, folks, I just hope this next pick comes in pretty quickly. I'm also not really surprised that they took the goalie here, Joshua Ravensburgen, 6'5". Can kind of come in if Askarov doesn't work. Obviously didn't make Team Canada this year for the World Junior team. He was one of the guys that was cut. It's questionable. But, I mean, I don't know how much he could have done when he was playing behind guys like Carter George and Jack Ivankovic. It's tough. But yeah, everybody, while Riley's gone, we'll take this time to say head over to patreon.com/gamedayterps. Check out our membership tiers. Check out some of the stuff we've got going on. We did a top 10 draft prediction video. We have a behind the scenes video coming out soon. Riley, Colton, and I also did a mock draft special that was posted on our YouTube this afternoon. Go check that out as well. And go check out our GDT live episodes where we have multiple guests on. We've got some great guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. Today we had Dave Hall from Canucks Army talking about the Abbotsford Canucks and a little bit about what the Canucks needed to do today at the draft. So go check that out. Lots of great stuff. Waiting for this next pick. Coming down to the end here, fellas. And why don't I remind you guys all of... Oh, there's Riley's cat. So giddy. Why don't I remind you guys of Colton's mock draft? He called it beautifully, Joshua Ravensburgen. Now Cameron Schmidt and Nathan Bain is what he has left. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Calgary Flames. Oh, Riley, your cat just threw a comment up on screen there. That's nice. Sorry, Riley. But yeah, everybody. And Dakota, I want you to let me know what you want Calgary to do with this big pick here. Dakota is a massive Calgary Flames fan. And there's Riley coming back in here. Gotta get your camera on there, big guy. Once you're ready. Riley's a father, everybody. Riley had a kid 6 or 7 months ago. Just had a little baby boy, Paxton. So, big shout out right now to Riley. Being a good dad. Good on you, Riley. Who's this next pick? There's a guy that looked like Harry Potter in the comments. Not getting bruised is what they're not doing. Okay, Dak. Henry Brustevich from the London Knights. That's an interesting one, but I like it. They've got Jordan Spence, a right-hand shot. Now Henry Brustevich, a right-hand shot. They've also got Brant Clark, right-hand shot. They're loading up with right-hand shot defensemen. They've got a very good right-hand shot defenseman for them to learn under in Drew Doughty. Blue line is looking up in LA. I will say that. And oh wow, that crowd is looking a lot more empty as we go on here. Oh, did Riley just put himself back on? I think so. Maybe his cat. Oh, his cat is definitely stepping on his computer for sure. Get your animals under control, Riley. Can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you. One sec. No, can't hear you, sir. Your cat did something. You can't turn your computer on at all? Riley's texting me in the group chat, by the way, everybody. His cat screwed something up. I'll throw you backstage. Try and connect your camera and audio, and then but your mic isn't working. Well, your mic should be working. I have my speaker like blasted, right? So there's only 2 more picks anyway. If you want to go to sleep with your baby, go to sleep. Yeah, Riley just said the cat did something when she stepped on the keyboard. Don't worry, me and all the 80 other people in here saw it because I decided to let the cat have some airtime. And I imagine you might want to let the cat have some airtime as well if she did something to your laptop, just a different kind of airtime. No, folks, I do not condone that. 2 more picks, fellas. 2 more picks. Where's that 1 more pick? Did Philly give up that pick? Oh, I heard something there, Rye. I heard something. Why don't you just leave the... Oh, Riley? Hello. Keep hearing you for a second. Why don't you leave the call and we'll come back. Hopefully, before this minute and 45 comes up. Let's play some waiting music here for you, fellows. We'll get the... Oh, there he is. Look at this guy. Hey, Riley? Riley? Oh, sir. Got some nice relaxing music, though. She did some... Yeah, Riley, I know. Said that. Oh, I heard you there. Whatever you just did, do something like that. Do that. Exactly that. The pick is in, Riley. The pick is in. Fellas, we're in shambles. It's 3 hours and 41 minutes. It's 12:27. We're rolling. Riley's cat screwed up his laptop. Shout out to his cat. Is your mic selected? Do you have the right mic selected, Riley? Right audio input? All those little things. One more pick, fellas. I think we might just drop Riley here. Sorry, Riley. Colin Potter. Thanks for spoiling it, Dakota. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dakota. Colin Potter to the Calgary Flames. Dakota, why don't you give me your thoughts on that? That was a very close up. They had that camera in his face. Talk about an ECU. That was an ECU, but Riley, I could tell he's kind of salty. I have the quote here from Mr. Harrison. Yeah, I have no idea what the bleep she did. Just end it. Sorry about your cat, Riley. Anyways, folks. That's not what I wanted to do. We are in shambles right now at the Game Day Tarps podcast. But I thank you guys all for tuning in. Riley started this thing off. almost 4 hours ago. So, yeah. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. There's still 85 of you here. Hope you enjoyed the draft. Hope your team picked the right player. Hopefully the player that your team did pick turns into the... Oh my gosh. Do we have you? Hello. Hello. Hello? Yeah, no, see ya. All right, fellas. Without further ado, that brings us to the end. My name's Dayton Camo. Riley Harrison was here along with us, along with Dakota Parr and Colton Davies. Almost a full squad tonight. Dakota says he's pissed. He wanted Coots and Brustevich. Didn't get either of them. But yes, that's all for tonight. We'll see you live on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, or on the Game Day Tarps podcast on YouTube. Go check out some videos that we just posted, or on our Patreon. But we'll see you live, fellas, on Monday.